'cause you're so real. Already know exactly how you feel. See the head, not like seeing a steeple. You damn well know they're one of the people. Nobody breaks us, 'cause nobody made us. And no one can take this 'cause we got their fix. We are the people, we are the people, we are the people. Don't mess with this. Let's go.
Good morning, house baby. What's up? And of course, the Bruce Buffer of Arkansas. I'm talking about Rich Rockwell. What's up, buddy?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
And then back again, and very excited to have him, fresh off a big, huge award for his podcast, Drunken Cryptids. Got Matt right here. Yeah, man, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, what's up? Glad to be back.
Man, I'm glad to have you, buddy. Congratulations on that big award, man.
That was a lot of, it was shocking and honor, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we found out we were nominated. Everybody went out and voted. So we won Best Documentary Podcast State of Arkansas.
That is outstanding, man. Way to go, buddy. That's great, man. Everybody should be checking it out. If you're into Bigfoot stuff, if you're a Bigfoot enthusiast, then Matt's podcast certainly something of interest to you. It's entertaining by all means, and I know you and your partner are both very happy about that.
Yeah, we are
I
excited.
don't mean life partner. Your
Tommy.
podcast partner.
Oh, yeah, Tommy. Yeah. So, Tommy's under the weather. He broke his arm last week.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's bad.
I know, so he wasn't able to go out there and receive the award.
Man, I hate that for him, but congratulations to you guys. Hey, by the way, big thanks to mysaline.com. If you're in Saline County and you're not using them for your news, you're missing out. You get all the great mug shots and all the things locally that you want to know, but they also put our guest schedule on there, so you can always see who's coming up as a guest on the program right over at mysaline.com. Check them out. Yesterday, we were on about 30 different billboards across the country, from everywhere to Louisiana, Arkansas, Texas. Just everywhere. It was crazy. I'll tell you what, it's a really interesting concept. So you have all these digital billboards right all across the country. And if they don't have the space sold, you can buy into this pool, okay? And in this pool, wherever they have available inventory, you go in there for X amount of dollars. For example, we went on 15 billboards for a nickel.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you put in a 50 bone, and it just plays out until it runs out. Yeah. And so it was crazy yesterday because people were coming from to the website from all over the states, all over the place. Texas,
that's nice.
It was crazy. In Missouri. Because we can see it, as they come in on the website where they're coming from.
Yeah.
And so we were just tracking it to see if it was lining up, and it was pretty wild, pretty cool.
I'm gonna need some information on this.
Man,
Like that's, from the wrestling promotion standpoint.
Yeah, man, that's a value, right?
Advertising.
It is, man. That's again, it's a gunner special, baby. He is the gunman knows what's going on, baby. He will find the values everywhere. He does that, man.
It was fun. We've been talking about doing the same thing for the show.
Yeah.
Some billboards up and everything, trying to share it out there a little bit. So
yeah, we're on all fronts doing all kinds of things, all kinds of places. We're just everywhere now. I mean, hell, you can't find a channel we're probably not on.
No, that's what you want.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can go over to Roku and watch us through the Odyssey app.
It's gotten so big. I've just been out in public in general and had people come up like, "Hey, seen you on the show."
Oh, that's cool, man. That's dope. I'm glad to hear that. That's always exciting to hear. We were talking about yesterday how everybody, all the different co-hosts and a lot of our guests, for that matter, have benefited from it.
Oh, yeah.
Chad was saying that he has seen an increase in traffic at his shop.
Right.
Bundy's gotten some deals for electrical work. I mean, everybody has really benefited, and I think that's great.
I was going to say, I can't, I don't talk about it until it's set, but I've been talking with a few more companies about some future bookings and things. So
that's great, man.
And they're, starting to come to fruition.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Sure, man, absolutely.
That's great, man. That's good news. It's always good. I mean, that's what it's about. It's about lifting everybody up and everybody benefiting from it. And, if we all work together, we can lift each other up. And I think that's always a great thing. Let's get into some stuff. Talk about maybe what today is. It's International Men's Day. Let's celebrate that. That's been out of fashion for a while, but
you mean we actually get a day?
Well, you do. International Men's Day focuses on men's health, producing responsible males, positive male role models, highlight achievements and contributions male figures have made over the years. It was originally celebrated in Trinidad and Tobago, but then spread around the world.
Ooh.
Yeah. So happy International Men's Day. Be sure and get your men a gift.
That's right.
It's also International Toilet Day.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I do celebrate that.
Those two would go hand in hand
Yeah,
with each other.
Exactly. That's the only reason why I know that.
Oh, my God.
Toilet beats hole in the ground any day.
Right.
It is just kind of ironic that Men's Day and Toilet Day fall on the same
It
day.
is not ironic at all. Let's see. Who has outrun the Grim Reaper? Adam Driver. You know him from Star Wars and a lot of other things. He's 41. Jodie Foster, Silence of the Lambs. Ronnie, how old do you think Jodie Foster is?
She is my age. She is 59.
You're close. She's 62, Ronnie.
Okay.
And no one would have believed you were 59 till you said it. You didn't even have to do that to yourself. Black don't crack. We know that.
Right.
Let's see. Meg Ryan. How old is Meg Ryan, Matt?
Oh, good Lord. I'm going to go with probably 65.
63. You're close.
There we
Very
go.
good. Very good, man. Let's see. Billy Currington is 51. Lil Mo is 46. Her given name is Cynthia Karen Loving. Tyga is 35. His name's Mike Stevenson, by the way.
Tiger.
Yeah. Hey, who knew this guy was alive? Dick Cavett, TV personality,
Wow.
old ass TV personality. He's 88.
Wow, Dick Cavett.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Wow.
Chicago Blackhawks right winger Patrick Kane, 36. He was awarded the Conn Smith Trophy for playoff MVP in 2013. The designer Calvin Klein, yes, it's a real person, and he is alive. He's 82. He enrolled in the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York, but he never graduated. I think he did okay.
Yeah.
CNN founder Ted Turner, 86. Sportscaster Ahmad Rashad is 75. And that is all for that. Let's get into some news that you give a damn about. Okay. The federal investigators looking into a hack of the email system for the Library of Congress. It was carried out sometime this year and focused on emails between library staffers and congressional offices. Analysts believe hackers went after the library's email because it lacks good cybersecurity. Yeah, it's a library, you know. Let's see. Students from USC are reaching new heights. A team from the University Rocket Propulsion Lab launched a rocket that went more than 89 miles above the Earth. That set an amateur record, shattering the one set 20 years ago. They launched Aftershock 2 last month in Nevada's Black Rock Desert. The data had to be analyzed and confirmed. It reached a speed of 3,602 miles an hour. It's pretty fast. Wow. California Governor Gavin Newsom is addressing the Eric and Lyle Menendez case and said he will not yet grant clemency. The governor said he wants to see what the new DA, Nathan Hochman, wants to do before he makes a decision. Hochman said he plans to study the case files once he takes office in early December. As you probably know, they're serving life sentences for the murder of their parents, and they were, I guess, about to get out, it seems like, and now I don't know what's going to happen. What do you think? Should they get out?
No.
No. Matt says no, they shouldn't get out. There's not a basis for it. What about you, Ronnie?
No, I don't.
Rich?
I have no opinion on the matter. I
That's
really
fair.
have no idea
Fair.
what's going on with it.
Yeah, I watched a documentary on it, and I don't know. I'm a little ambiguous, a little ambivalent, I should say, about it, because I do see if their story is accurate, I can see where maybe they could let them out.
That was
know.
the documentary, The Mendez Brothers. or
Yeah,
something on
yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah, there were a
It's
couple.
on
of
my
them.
list of things to watch.
It's
just-
definitely weird and interesting.
Yeah.
You know, I would still watch Chimp Crazy first.
We gotta remember too, though, with these documentaries, they're gonna paint
That's
you know,
right.
the victim in a certain light, and all
Well-
depends upon what direction they want you to go in and what emotions they want you to feel.
Well, we learned that in the documentary during COVID. What was the one about Stephen Avery, the murder one?
yes,
Oh, yeah.
It was something murder, and something of a murder or whatever.
exactly.
But when they put that out, everybody was like, "Oh my God, release him!"
Yeah, free him.
Yeah, and then a second documentary came out, and you went, "Hold on,
exactly.
maybe not. Let's wait a minute." You know, sometimes it is in how you present it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, two storm systems set to move across the country this week. The first rain, the second maybe snow. Storms in the southern plains shifted north and put rainfall in the Midwest and Central Plains. Memphis and Atlanta could see rainfall by the middle of the week. Cities like northeast New York City, Boston will get rain towards the end of the week. But in the West, winter weather alerts. Washington, Montana, Oregon, Idaho, New Mexico, Wyoming, Utah, the Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, interior Northeast, all may see snow accumulate this weekend. So, yeah, winter's arriving.
Did the storm yesterday get bad at all for any of y'all?
I mean, it did rain hard.
Yeah.
Beyond that, it wasn't. I mean, it was real pisser to drive in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just windy.
I was out showing homes in that.
Oh.
No kidding, man. It was
You're dedicated. I mean,
trying to get paid, son. Trying to make a living here.
Yeah, all I had was a tavern was full of leaves this morning when I went out there. That was it.
Yeah.
That fog this morning, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Hey, if you add years to your life, the Australian researchers are happy to help if you want to, anyway. A study led by Griffith University is spilling the tea. I hate that. Is telling you what they believe are 5 healthy habits that add up to 11 more years of life. The results of the study showed these habits: eating healthy. Well, we know that. Diet, exercise, healthy weight, not smoking, drinking alcohol, have about twice as strong an effect of life expectancy than reported. So they're saying, hey, don't do any of those things. You can get 11 more boring ass years out of your life.
It's the adult diaper stage years. I don't want them. I don't want them.
No, I don't need. Hey, I know everyone's going to be sad. Cardi B pushed her album back to next year. Stop crying.
No.
I know. I knew it was going to happen like that.
Man.
A man wielding a knife killed 3 people yesterday in an unprovoked stabbing spree in New York City. 2 male victims at 8:22 a.m. That is early to stab.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't stab till after noon at least. Jeez.
What an inconvenience.
I know. 8:22 and 10:27 a.m. They were taken to Bellevue, pronounced dead. The female victim stabbed near the United Nations at 10:55. She's in critical condition. No, she died last night. My bad.
Nope.
Shortly after the attacks, a person of interest was captured without a struggle. They identified him as 51-year-old Ramon Rivera. He's been arrested 8 times the last year in New York City, including 7 felonies.
Wow.
And he's out.
Wow.
And he's out.
Shocker. Wow.
7 times in the last year for felonies, and he's walking around the
This is the
street.
last time we're
stabbing
telling
people.
you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's a great idea. Keep
Not
it going.
okay to stab people.
That's right.
okay, right?
No stabby.
The election was 2 weeks ago. Drama continues in Pennsylvania. The election boards in Montgomery County, Philadelphia, and Bucks County decided to count ballots that didn't have a correct date. They defied a court order.
Yeah, they did.
The Pennsylvania Supreme Court weighed in on it yesterday, saying, hey, stop counting. Several courts have ruled against the dating requirement. Higher courts have always reinstated the law. The issue could have an effect on the prominent race. Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, they say no matter how the numbers go, it's not going to change anything. But I guess, that they'll hang their hat on that. All right, let's see what else is going on here. We told you yesterday Spirit Airlines filed for bankruptcy. Not a shock. They suck. Well, I mean,
Tell us how you really feel.
Seattle police arrested 3 suspects who committed 5 armed robberies at convenience stores and gas stations in Seattle. One of the 3 arrested, 11 years old.
What?
Yeah, it's early.
Wow.
Face mask, armed with guns. They demanded cash and merchandise. The 3 were arrested after a car chase.
Was he getting gummy bears?
I don't know, man. Some nerds and
Yeah.
some lemon heads, let's see. Oh, no, I need to save that for later. That's a good one. A bad one.
Yeah.
The not so, no, I'm not covering that.
You think
Okay.
that kid's
Sorry. I
playing
don't
a
know.
lot of Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
For sure. Earl Gines of Mesquite, Texas, cherished his 67 Chevy Camaro. At the age of 22, he made the tough choice to sell his dream car to provide for his family. Over the years, he reminisced about the car, saying he considered it a symbol of youth, and he used to joke with his son, saying, yeah, let it go for diaper money.
Yeah.
At first, Jared didn't believe the story, thinking it was exaggerated, but he came to realize that blue 67 Camaro that his dad described was the dream his dad gave up for him. So he launched a successful business in 2021, decided to help his dad by finding the car. After a year-long search, he located the exact Camaro.
Wow.
70 miles away. Needed extensive restoration. So he spent 2 years rebuilding it secretly. And surprised his dad on his 65th birthday with the fully restored car, man.
That's
Aw.
awesome.
How
That's a
dope
good
is
story.
that,
That's
man?
dope.
Yeah,
I like
man.
that.
Yeah.
That's dope. And it's a Camaro, too. Hell.
Oh.
Yeah, man. That's awesome, man. That's a
That
good
was your
story.
dream car, wasn't it?
Man, I loved it. I had one, and I loved it, man. It was a great car. The record holder at the box office for the biggest R-rated movie ever, guess what it is? Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yep.
Now setting records in streaming. After premiering November 12th, it became the most watched live-action film across Disney Plus since Black Panther Wakanda Forever, with a 6-day watch total of almost 20 million views. That's after its theatrical run earned about 636 million here and 1.3 billion worldwide. Hold on. There we go. Okay. The WWE has announced the premiere date for Monday Night Raw. It's found its new home on Netflix.
No.
I assume they're going there so that they can not be as they can be a little
PG-rated.
more risque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of the old day stuff. The wrestling show will hit the streamer January 6th, 8 p.m. Central or Eastern. The announcement comes from WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H, aka Paul Levesque. In the same announcement, he revealed that rapper Travis Scott will make an appearance at the premiere.
Whoa.
Not confirmed if he'd be getting in the ring. He did, however, make new music that will act as a theme song for Raw. The premiere episode will have a lot of stars like John Cena, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and a lot more.
Yep.
So big time, big time. The numbers have come in despite it being a shitty fight. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, big for the sports books. BetMGM reports they saw more bets and money waged than any other boxing or MMA match in their 7-year history. How much more? 4 times as much cash came in compared to any other event. The majority of those were said to be on Tyson, even though he was a 2-to-1 underdog. Those books were more than happy to take that money from everybody.
Yeah, they was.
Yeah. You bet on nostalgia? Good call. We'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. For those who don't know, DJ Woo Kid is apparently a big deal in New York City. He's now revealing interesting allegations concerning the fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Mr. Woo Kid says that the two fighters weren't legally allowed to go at each other hard during the fight. He said that Tyson still has it, and if he'd hit Paul with his full power, he would have died. Conversely, if Paul hit Tyson full force because of his age, could have been similar. This, he says, is why there was so much dancing. Supposedly, he got the information speaking directly with Paul. Both fighters were allegedly told they had to chill.
Yeah.
Now, if that's true, it would have been handy information for all those people betting on Tyson.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, wouldn't that be an exhibition match?
Yeah. And that's what they called it, actually.
Well, it wasn't. It was a sanctioned fight. They changed it over. It was an exhibition, then they changed it. How disappointing.
Yeah.
This year's MLB Hall of Fame ballot features 14 newcomers, including Ichiro Suzuki and CC Sabathia. Joining their ballot debuts are Felix Hernandez, Carlos Gonzalez, Dustin Pedroia, Hanley Ramirez, Fernando Rodney, Ian Kinsler, Ben Zobrist, Troy Tulowitzki, Russell Martin, Brian McCann, Curtis Granderson, and Adam Jones. Last year, Billy Wagner came 5 votes shy of the 75% needed to get inducted into the Hall of Fame. Yeah, is there anything else here that you need to know?
Got some comments on Facebook, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look here. What do we got?
Tina Norris McConnell says, "Good morning, guys,
Hey,
and
Tina.
happy Taco
Hey, Tina.
Tuesday."
Hey, Tina made this. This is awesome. It says, I'm back, bitches.
I'm actually glad you just held that up because Mitchell Rudder said, "Hey, do we have a link on where to go to get those T-shirts and coffee cups if they're for sale?"
Well, you can get these are swag and sweets, and you can search for them on Facebook. If you're looking for a T-shirt or some regular Patrick and the People merchandise, you can go to the website right to our merch link and order through there. And you can order we've got a variety of products that are available there. By the way, it's probably a good time to mention. Yesterday we launched a very special thing, kind of an insiders club, a Patreon that you can join if you want to for $10 a month. Okay. And you get a lot of inside stuff. First of all, you get your choice of either a coffee cup or a pair of shot glasses with the logo on it. Okay. Right off the bat, you get that. Then you're going to get pre-show and post-show videos. You'll get candid videos from the different co-hosts. You get a VIP chat where you get to chat with the co-host during the show.
Wow.
Yeah, you get a once a quarter Ask Me Anything, a video Ask Me Anything once a quarter, Christmas party, and some other things too.
Nice.
You know, so if you want to be on the inside, and we'll do brainstorming sessions where, you know, we ask you, hey, what should we be doing more or less of even on the show, you know? So it's a cool way to participate and do a little bit more. And what it does, it just helps us to grow this. You know, none of us right now, nobody here, not Gunner, not Brandon, my camera guy, not me, not any of the co-hosts, nobody's making any money today.
Right.
It's all going just to grow it. So, you know, anything you do helps us to continue to grow that and make this bigger. And then one day maybe it'll grow up and we'll make something, you know. But
I think we're well on the path to that.
I think we're on the right track. No doubt about it.
And for the Patreon members out there, you guys, when you do sign up, remember show is for you.
Yeah.
Right.
So you get a chance to interact and kind of get your opinion in there and where you'd like to see the show go.
Yeah, no, it is important because it is about the people. I mean, that's what the whole nature of the show is, and that's why we bring in, you know, local musicians and local people, as well as other names and things like that.
I also just want to give a shout out. Jonas Anderson says, "Good morning, fellas." Jonas,
what's up, man?
Kingsdown Music here. He's a new
Kingsdown, man. We just talked to them the other day, man. We're going to be airing that interview coming up. They've got a big show coming at
Rev
Room. Yeah, I want to say it's on the 23rd. Is that right? I have to look and see, but it's coming up soon. Man, they are great.
They are.
Yeah.
Man, if you have not heard of Kingsdown, go look them up. Man, they an Arkansas-based rock band,
That's
really
badass.
big in the early 2000s, and they took a hiatus for some time, and they've recently reunited. And man, it was real cool talking to them, and I'm very excited to hear their new music. If you haven't heard them, they're really good. They're very talented.
Nice.
Congrats, Matt. Karen said.
Thanks, Karen.
Coda said, "Good morning." Good morning.
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 Good morning, beautiful people. Latasha said.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Latasha. Thanks for
Ben-
the compliment. I need that this morning.
Yeah, Ben said, "Good morning, kids. What up, Ben?" Let's do something different here.
Attention station employees. It may be considered offensive by some people in the office if you refer to springtime as Boner Palooza. Thank you.
It's a good announcement.
Yeah.
It's fair announcement. We appreciate that. Forget the cheese. These rats have a need for speed. Scientists teaching rats to drive.
What?
Let me just say that again for you,
What?
because you probably are driving or doing your own thing. You thought you caught that, but you're like, no, that's not what he said. Scientists teaching rats to drive have discovered that not only are they capable of operating their tiny cars, but they enjoy it and get a kick out of revving the engine. Talk about hardwired. I mean, those are probably the male mice. You know that ain't the women mice. You know what I mean? University of Richmond professor and neuroscientist Kelly Lambert has been leading this research since 2019. In that time, she and her team have found out that the mice really like driving their miniature vehicles. Unexpectedly, we found that rats had an intense motivation for their driving training, often jumping in the car and revving the engine before their vehicle hit the road. Their study aims to explore the relationship between animals and their environments, how their cognition develops, how they process new skills. The rat driving research went viral in 2022. I remember that, and wound up even featured in a Netflix documentary. But the new revelation showed that they look forward to getting behind the wheel beforehand. The 3 driving trained rats eagerly ran to the side of the cage, jumping up like my dogs when asked if he wants to take a walk. Had the rats always done this and I hadn't noticed? Were they just eager for a Fruit Loop or anticipating the drive? Whatever the case, they appeared to be very positive and excited. The team concluded it did, in fact, come from a combination of a Pavlovian response where they do get a treat for it, but also their excitement. Even without the reward, they were still excited about the cars. Man, I mean, how crazy is this? They've got rats driving little cars.
Ratatouille going to be your next Uber
Can we
driver.
create a little town? You know, maybe build a little saloon, some, a bar, a little gambling place, some things where they can drive to and party, maybe a little brothel, a little cheese house so they can get in and get some cheese nip
I just
on.
want to know, are there now rat crash test
Dummies.
Dummies.
Oh, that'd be the way to go with it.
Right.
Just miniaturize it. Sorry, little rat.
Right.
Sorry about that, Ben.
Wind up the little car before you let them get in it all the way. You know?
I'm just trying.
Bam.
What?
I was just thinking, there's already rats on the road right now. And if you're
Yeah.
driving, you already know what I'm talking about. I mean,
No, you've definitely seen them out there.
exactly.
I
They're,
sure-
they're out there already.
No, they're definitely, and they never use a signal. I'll tell you that. They don't use a
No.
signal, no. Yeah, they don't have foot pedals. They use a lever that drives the car. So they have to take their little hand and push the lever forward like you would on a lawnmower or something like that, you know. But just the fact they can do that is crazy to
That
think
is.
about,
That
you know. I mean, and I know more and more over the past probably 20 years, we begin to see rodents as more sentient. But
I just want to know
when you
who
think
thought-
about them driving a car, it's like, man,
Right.
I couldn't even hardly get my teenage son to want to drive a car.
How much did that cost in research? That's what I want to know. And who came up with that?
Yeah.
And how
Well-
do I get you on my sales team?
Yeah, you're right, no doubt about it. That is a hard sell, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you know, if you're working for a university and you're going to the dean and going, so I got this project idea, boss,
Yeah.
and he's like, you want to do what with what? You want rats
to drive.
to drive
Drive
cars. Yeah,
Let's make it work.
yeah. No, that's
How
great,
big
man.
was that turkey leg he smoked before going?
I know, right?
right?
No, I mean, it's just wild to think about. Even that possibility is just so crazy to me. Like I said, I was thinking about, you know, we were talking about it earlier that a lot of younger people are real reticent about driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they hold out for a while, even sometimes for getting their license. And man, the only thing I wanted at 16 was out.
Yep.
Out. The only thing I wanted my license, I wanted a job, I wanted my own money, I wanted my own place and my own chick.
Right.
You know what I mean? And not necessarily in that order, but however it came, you know. And that's all I could think about was, man, let me get behind a car, let me get going, man.
They get going.
And man, these a lot of these younger people are like, I don't know, man.
We just talked about this down at the tavern the other night, actually.
Yeah.
About, you know, our generation of how we, you know, couldn't wait to get our license, couldn't wait to get the car, couldn't wait to get
Yeah.
a job, get our
Yeah.
own money, and get out of the house.
Yeah.
You know, and get freedom.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's what it was. It represented freedom, but I guess, you know, things have changed and shifted, you know, because a lot of us probably had older school, stricter parents,
Well.
you know, who cracked that ass
Yeah,
and who
yep,
made
get
you
out of the
made you
house.
do things,
Yeah.
right, that you didn't want to do, like a lot of damn chores.
Exactly.
I promise you, I am a wuss when it comes to the number of chores my kids did versus me,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
all I did on the weekend were chores.
It's true.
That's
Same.
all I did.
Yeah.
All my kids did on the weekend was play games and hang out with their friends mainly. I mean, they would do some things, but
Yeah, if I was in the house, my mom made me clean.
yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I wanted
So
to
we
leave. I
stayed
thought
out
I
of the
could work
house.
less. I thought I
We
would
left.
work less if I left home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was a lie. It was all a lie.
No, it's definitely a lie. No, now I wish I had stayed longer. If I think about it, you know, I wish I could have.
Well,
but-
some do. 40 years old.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's 40 is a little long, I think.
Yeah, that got me off guard.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about 40, and I'm like, well, I mean, I'll go with 25, 27 maybe, but 40, I mean,
There's some.
you ain't leaving.
Yeah.
You ain't ever leaving
Yeah,
if you're
you're
40.
No.
You're done.
At 40, you're stuck.
Yeah, I think so. When you first drove, what was the first car you drove?
A Toyota Corolla.
A Corolla.
I
Oh.
bought it. My first car.
Oh, you bought your own?
Bought my own car, 5-speed. Didn't know how to drive a 5-speed,
Me either when I started.
but I learned. And it was canary shit yellow.
Really? Yeah, like my vet was.
It
Yeah.
broke down every few blocks.
And it was a
broke down.
Toyota.
It was a Toyota.
It must have been a
Well, it was
rough
It
one.
was a clutch problem.
Oh, but that was the old Toyota,
Oh,
too.
yeah, it was a
Yeah.
clutch problem, and I learned how to fix it on the fly.
See, that is a skill that
I
is
learned
lost
how to-
now
yeah.
because very few people, and first of all, the technology in cars is so different, you can't just do it. But,
Yeah.
but you know, having your car break down and immediately stopping and fixing it and getting it driving again, that's a thing of the past, man. But that used to happen I guarantee you, at least once every 2 weeks, my dad was doing some work on the car to keep that son of a bitch going. You know, but it wasn't hard. It just was something we did, you know,
It was basic.
alternator starters, I mean, batteries, whatever it was, we did it, you know.
The color of the car was exactly what everybody was saying. You bought a lemon. You bought a lemon.
Right, right.
You know? I don't give a shit. It was a car. I
Oh, it
loved
was a car. Who cared, man?
Yeah. I mean, I was on the go, man.
What
I
about
loved
you,
it.
Rich? What was the first car that you drove?
Well, we've talked about it before, but it was a 1990 Ford Escort.
That's right. That's
That
right.
was
You had
with
the Escort.
duct tape
Matt?
racing straight.
I had a 1980 Nissan Datsun.
Oh,
Oh, yeah?
Oh, man, I remember
That's
those.
my dream car.
It was
The
brown.
280Z?
Yeah, it was brown,
Yeah.
and it was
I know
same
it.
as yours. It was a
Little
lemon.
T-top?
It had the little T-top on it,
Yeah.
and I will tell you right now, it broke down same as every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, I was on a date in high school, and we left the movie theater. This is in Utah. It's in the wintertime.
Oh, bad.
Could not get the car to start.
Oh, no.
Oh.
You couldn't
know,
roll
there's-
it downhill? Pop the
So,
clutch?
well, I was trying to push it, and she couldn't understand the concept of popping the clutch.
Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
talking
Popping
about?
the clutch.
So I had to run. Y'all remember payphones?
Yeah.
So
You pay phone. Hold on, young people. That's a phone in the middle of nowhere that you put money into, and you could make a call. Well, I know that seems crazy now, but
and if my dad's listening right now, he's probably laughing. But yeah, I had to call my dad and say, I can't get started. I need help.
yeah,
It's 10 o'clock at night. And the first thing he said to me was, it's snowing.
really.
And I said, yeah, I know. It's snowing. It's cold. And he goes, it's snowing.
Yeah, I'm not coming.
Yeah.
I'm
And
not
I was
coming.
like, so that was my next comment. So, are you not coming? And I said, I'm scared. I'm in high school.
Yeah.
Like, my dad's not going to show up. I can't get this car to start. I don't want to have to call this girl's parents.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
know
yeah.
what I'm talking about.
of course I do.
Yep. Sure enough, 30 minutes later, my dad showed up.
Mad,
Yeah, man.
mad as hell.
Mad in his slippers,
Oh yeah, that's how my dad would show up. You knew he was pissed when he was in his slippers.
in the snow, in his slippers, gives me this look, and he goes, pop the clutch. He starts pushing in his slippers
Yeah,
in the snow.
yeah, because that's what
Yep.
dads
Yeah,
did then.
yeah.
I got the pop the clutch, and he looked at me and goes, I'll see you in 30 minutes.
Yeah, so
I went,
get your ass home by 10.
Yeah.
yep. But yeah, and ended up my way home from work, blew the cylinder through the engine block.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I did that with a car, a Monte Carlo I had, because I didn't realize you should probably add water now and again. It's an important feature. Another thing that used to happen a lot in cars is you'd start losing oil.
Oh,
You know, and I had cars, man, where I'd put a quart a day in those things,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
You
just
had
to
to.
keep it going. Yeah, to keep it running, man. You had to. You know, it was crazy.
Yeah, but
How
I had a
much has
Mustang that
changed.
was that way. Yep.
Yeah.
We were always adding oil to the
And
Mustang.
you could never find the pull of oil. It was just gone.
Gone.
Right.
Yeah.
Just gone. You know, like I never even have a leak.
I
man.
never knew what happened to the oil.
Right? It just burnt that shit
Yeah.
up, man.
Used to think somebody was siphoning my oil all the time.
Did you thought that was going down
Gotta be going somewhere.
They're popping the hood, getting in there.
Right.
Yeah.
The precious oil.
And it was funny too that you know, I remember being a kid and you know we had seat belts in the car, but
You never used it.
Yeah, no.
sometimes you would, but you know they were often tucked down in the seat,
Right.
or
Couldn't
maybe the
find
ends
'em.
wouldn't lock together, you know, or you just didn't have them, man. Yeah,
Good times.
That was good times.
well, it was a lot of fun anyway.
It was.
You know, at least it seemed like it now. Let's do something different.
This hour brought to you by Put a Stick in Your Bum.
I'm depressed. I wish there was more to life.
Put a stick in your bum.
How is that going? Oh, wow. I feel better. Ow, 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 ow.
Put a stick in your bum. Johnson, you're fired. Holy f***. Johnson, you get a raise. Ooh, ow. Ow. Put a stick in your bum.
Spare change? Ooh, I'm gonna go teach Lamaze. Ow, ooh, ow, ow.
If your life is humdrum, put a stick in your bum. Put a stick in your bum. Put it in there. Put it in. Put the stick in your bum.
Hey, I just want to mention to you, if you are, we're just talking about cars, and man, if you want a car where you don't have to put oil in it every week, or that's going to break down on you all the time, leave you and your girlfriend stranded in the middle of winter, then go over to Fitz Auto, 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock. They have some amazing vehicles, whether you're looking for the latest Tesla, whether you're looking for a sports car, you're looking for an SUV, a pickup truck, an RV, a camper, an ATV, a motorcycle. They got it all, man. And the best thing, they work with your credit. They're their own bank. They make their own decisions, man, and they report to the credit bureau. They can definitely help you out, get you back on the road, and get your credit reestablished. Check them out, 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock, or you can even apply online, real simple, fitzauto.com. Matter of fact, they do a pre-qualification that doesn't even affect your credit when they check it and your pre-approval. So you can go over there and do that. I highly recommend it. And also, if you are in need of, by chance, an air conditioner or heating unit, winter's coming. It ain't a joke around here. Don't get caught sideways. Reach out to Cabot Mechanical. You can go to cabotmechanical.com, or you can call David Lindsay, 502-2720. It's 502-2720. I love them. They'll come out, give you a free estimate, take a look at everything. One thing you might think about, if you own your home and you've had it for 2 or 3 years and you haven't had your heater air serviced, man, get it serviced. It will dramatically extend the life and productivity of your unit, and everybody wants a productive unit.
Yes, we do.
That's right. Okay.
Brandon says our transition music is a little low. So
Is it?
yeah.
Well, I'll lift it up so that it's higher for you.
And I gotta ask, man, is this officially the wheel over here that I'm seeing?
That is actually the wheel of pain over there. Yes, we do have it. I'm glad you brought that up, because we do need some help with the audience. Okay. So look, I'm going to institute this wheel of pain that I've talked about before. But if you don't know, the wheel of pain, as the name implies, is a wheel you spin. Okay. Just like Wheel of Fortune, right? And every little triangle is a different torture I have to endure. Okay. So I've got like what do you call that thing over there in the corner? What is that called? Anybody know? I call it a whooping stick, but I don't know what it's called.
I couldn't see past Darth.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's over in the corner. Anyway, I've got that. We've got paintball, gunshot,
Nice.
shot collar. But I'm looking for some other mildly torturous things I could endure. We're not going to hook a battery to my sack or anything, but I'm talking about, normal torture. So what should I add to the wheel of pain? What things should I have to endure via the wheel of pain? So
I got a suggestion.
what?
Duct tape to the eyebrows.
No, that's too, no, hell no. That's my face. You could have said, my chest, I would say, and that thing's furry like a monkey, man. I mean, that would hurt. I would go with that, but not my eyebrows. Hell no. No, I'm not going to walk around like a clown.
Do it live like waxing.
Yeah. Jay said, by the way, he said, we changed a transmission on top of a levee in an hour in an 85 Chevy truck once.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, that's old school right
That's
there.
old school.
But your
dropped
friends were that way too, though.
Huh?
You remember back in the day,
Yeah.
too, your friends were.
Oh yeah, you always had a friend who knew one thing or the other. One knew transmissions, another knew motors, and somebody was that guy.
You always call them up. I need help. And they would show. Oh, yeah, they'd show up.
And they do it for free.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Oh no, they just because they love doing it,
Love doing it.
And they were your friends.
Yeah. I mean, that was in that time, because cars had needed work so much, it was a hobby.
Yep.
Yes.
People worked
Yes.
on cars just
Yes.
for
You
fun.
don't do that these days.
Well, they probably do on the old cars they have in their garages, but the new cars, it's not exciting to work on the same way.
I think everybody's got that one mechanical friend that they can go to.
Yeah, I'm like that.
I got a couple of those.
Yeah, I got a couple of those.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Vince, where you at? I'm talking to you. Tony, I'm talking to you. I have a Jeep, and so these guys are Jeepers, and
Oh yeah, that's a different life there.
yeah. So whenever I have an issue with it, they
Which
both
is
show up.
often.
Yeah, yeah. If you want it, yeah. Jeep stands for just empty every pocket,
Yeah, you invest in a Jeep.
but it's definitely worth it.
Speaking, Latasha said, I keep pushing my 15-year-old to get her permit. She acts like, I'll do it eventually. She's cool with her parents driving around. I said, you don't want to get your license and have freedom? Like,
Whole different day.
Now, can you just Uber me, Mom?
Yeah, right.
Because that's the thing now. Everybody
Yeah.
Ubers.
Well,
So they're like, why do I need to? I'll just get an Uber for the rest of my life. Well, you don't live in New York. You live in Little Rock.
Well, back on that token too, though, if you think about it, you mentioned it earlier too, though.
Yeah.
Is we did Dad was working on the vehicles back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
you're
we
right.
wanted our own to do that, and Dad's
Yeah, no,
friends
it's
would
true.
show up and they would gather around.
Yeah.
So our friends would do that.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Nowadays it doesn't happen.
don't have
Well, no, because I mean, they're just too complex now. I mean, hell, it's hard for me just to get the plenum and the stuff off the top of it. It's like, God, where do I get to the motor part now? I got to get all this stuff off, and then it's very condensed, and a lot of times there's very compact in there. Those old motors, and people talk about it all the time. Hell, the Chevelle I could get under the hood and close it if I wanted to and take a nap in it. There was enough room in there, and that was a 350, and there was still room in there.
Because we were talking about the Jeep earlier. So my daughter, who's 10, she is holding out so she can get her license so she can have the Jeep.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So that's what she wants.
Well,
so,
yeah, that's good.
There's
though. But I
something
could-
for something in that.
But that's a,
So
but there's
that's-
a lifestyle there.
yeah, but she's
Yeah.
looking at how dad loves the vehicle.
Right.
And I think that we get away from loving our vehicles.
Yeah,
I think we got away from
because
that.
they're expensive and expensive to fix, and you don't.
Yeah.
Most people aren't just having fun in their vehicle.
No,
you know what I
they'll have a
mean?
vehicle for 2 to 3 years. They'll still owe money on it. We're just talking about bill fits, and then they go trade in.
Yeah,
So if there's a problem, they just go trade in instead of
Yeah.
trying to fix it, work it.
yeah,
You know, like I have a 2010 Jeep, and yeah, we'll work on it. We'll fix things, we'll modify it, we'll do little things. And my daughter's right there. And last year, we stopped at a dealership, and I happened to look at a Jeep,
yeah.
and she was sitting in the front seat. And I got back in, she gave me the evilest glare in the world.
Like you better
You
not.
better not. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, this is mine one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, I think that goes back to what we were talking about a second ago. Having a Jeep is an off-road lifestyle, and you do lots of modifications, you do lots of ads, you do lots of things, and so it's like if you were an off-road enthusiast with the side-by-sides and whatnot. You know, it's a similar.
Yeah.
So it's a lifestyle thing more than just I want to fix things thing. You know.
Yeah, true.
But it is similar in a lot of ways
Yeah.
because you're right. You're passionate about your vehicle is a key component of your lifestyle.
Exactly.
That's true.
And therefore, she's passionate about that, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it exemplifies what you were saying, which people mostly aren't passionate about their vehicle.
No, they're
look,
not.
I've got a great vehicle right now. It's a beautiful SUV that I have, but, you know, it's not like driving my vet was.
Oh,
You know,
No,
every
no,
day,
yeah.
Totally
every single day I got in the vet, the same feeling hit me. Every day when I backed it out,
Yeah.
it's like,
Oh, yeah.
this is the dopest
That's
thing
the
in the
dopest
world.
shit. Yeah, you
Yes,
feel
I-
This son of
good
a
about
bitch
getting
is
in that
awesome.
car.
That's how I feel about my Jeep.
Yeah, yeah. No, I get
Yep.
it. Yeah,
Same thing.
and I think, you know, when you have that kind of passion about anything, it translates over to your kids or those people around you. It's hard not to get excited around somebody who's passionate. You know what I mean?
I agree. I think that's part of the problem too, though. Honestly, is that we're not passionate about certain things.
No, we're
where
not.
Then the kids,
Well,
and the kids are catching on to it as well.
Yeah.
A lot, you know.
Yeah.
yeah, big time.
And so they, they do rely on us a lot more. Well, I'm not being pushed to go get a job. I'm not being
Mhm.
pushed to get a
Yeah,
start.
yeah.
You know, I was told at 15, when I turned 16, well, I already had a job before that, but because I wanted my own money,
Yeah, me too. Me too.
and having my own money as a kid, I was able to go on more dates.
Yeah. I
You
was
know what
able
I'm
to
talking
do
about?
everything more.
Right?
Buy more motor
Yeah.
oil.
So, and before I got my own car, I'd borrow my dad's truck.
Yeah.
And the rule was I had to put gas in it and I
Uh,
had to wash it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's when I started learning too, as a kid, to appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
And if I didn't do those things, then I wasn't able to use. the
Right.
truck. You know,
No, it's yeah.
So yeah, having my own. So I was one of the few friends that I had, that worked. So I always had my own money.
hmm
So I never had to went through high school. Never had to worry about borrowing money from mom and dad or
Right.
anything like that at all. And if I did have to borrow money, I damn well better pay it back on payday.
Oh no, you know that's right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't
My-
be late paying dad back.
Yeah,
Shit.
my dad was worse than a loan shark.
Oh my God,
You
no!
know?
You never hear the end of that. Every time you come around a corner and see him, you'll duck.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh,
Yeah.
him.
You got
Uh,
paid today, right?
You're right.
So
Yeah.
they've come up
Well,
with
but I got to do it with that's not my problem. Yeah, I know, Dad.
they've
let's-
come up with a thing for you to do on the wheel on Facebook.
Oh yeah, what's one of the things they came up with?
So Dakota suggested that you should eat. Hang on, I got a message that
Okay.
popped up here. He suggested that you should eat a Carolina Reaper pepper.
Okay, I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
And then
I'll put
right-
that one down. Eat a pep. Yeah, the Carolina Reaper. Okay.
Right after that, Jeff Mitchell said, "Pencil me in for tomorrow, and he'll bring it."
Oh no, we're not doing it that quickly. It doesn't work like that.
They're ready to see this happen.
No, I know. We have to spin the wheel first, okay?
You got to get lucky.
We got to
and
get
win
it
on
all labeled, and then every Friday we'll do the wheel spin, and everybody can enjoy the torture of me.
Yeah, right.
Well, here's an
Ready
idea.
to come down here now.
Oh,
If they
hold on.
give you a good idea to be tortured with,
Yeah.
and you spin the wheel,
Yeah.
and it lands on what they recommended,
They should get like a
they should
prize.
get like a prize. or
Okay,
something.
that's
There
fair
you
too. I
go.
like that. I like that.
Yeah, so
we'll
that- now
put
it's
their
a
name
contest.
on it.
Yeah, put their
We'll
name
put
on
their
it.
name on it, and if it lands on your suggestion, then you'll win.
Like a shot
your
glass or
yeah, like
something.
a pair of shot glasses or a T-shirt or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sticker, whatever. I think that's a cool idea. Yeah, well, I'll go with that, Matt.
It's definitely
I dig
good that people should benefit from your pain.
Yeah, no,
I
it's,
mean, I absolutely can get behind
I'll even
that.
throw in some drunken crypto stickers for this.
man, you're all right.
See?
And I appreciate that. Yeah, just because he wants to see me hurt, not because he cares.
No, I do care. I don't want to see him. I'm
you
not.
do,
Yeah,
you do,
not.
and you'll enjoy yourself.
If I want to see you hurt, I would take you squatching with me.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. Oh,
Which we are taking you squatching, by the way.
yeah, that'd be dope, man.
Yeah,
Do
we
they have
can take
donut shops there?
No,
Oh,
no.
Sasquatch to the Yetis don't like donuts.
Not that we know of.
Is that kind of like snipe hunting?
Yeah, similar. I think. Real similar, Ronnie. All right, let's switch gears here. Favorite? Do you eat cereal as a kid, Ronnie?
Oh, I did.
What was your favorite?
Sugar Pops.
Sugar Pops.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it
Oh,
used to be called Sugar Smacks.
yeah, Sugar Smack.
And then it was Sugar Pops.
Yeah.
Then it was Sugar Corn Pops.
Yeah.
And then it was Corn Pops. Then it was Pops.
I like anything.
It's like
that's
it's got as many names as Diddy.
Pops. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
right.
Well, they kept
No Diddy.
trying to outrun their reputation of sugar, as the name implied, right? What about you, man?
Honeycombs was always my
Honeycombs,
favorite.
another good, yeah, okay, top shelf cereal.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
yourself?
Man, anything chocolate, like Count Chocula.
Oh,
Chocolate Rice
yeah.
Krispies.
Chocolate
If I-
milk.
Yeah, turn the milk chocolate
Yeah.
afterward. Oh,
Yeah,
Frank Squatchos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. When I was a kid, it was either Fruity Pebbles or Apple Jacks. Those were the ones I
Okay.
liked.
Those are-
But they're good choices. But a lot of people like Fruit Loops, right? I mean, that's
Oh, yeah.
probably, I mean, for one of the most popular cereals in the world.
yeah, my kids love it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do.
Toucan Sam.
So, did you guys ever do this, like Captain Crunch or in those hard cereals like Fruit Loops?
Mm-hmm.
Did you let it soften before you ate it?
Oh, no.
No, that
as a
that
kid.
would be gross to me.
Soggy cereal is the worst.
Oh, so you like the roots of your mouth tore up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
That's all I was trying to get.
I no, that's exactly what happens. It's funny you mentioned that because I realized as an adult after I ate, I don't remember, it was Captain Crunch, I think, and I
Probably.
got done and I was like, man, I feel like the roof of my mouth's been violated.
Yeah, Captain Crunch was like that little shred everything. As a
Yeah.
kid, he just didn't care. Like,
I'll tell you what the worst was that damn shredded wheat.
Oh,
I don't know how
my
can
God.
anybody eat that stuff? And
My
you're like, oh,
mom-
I love it. And I'm like, you like eating sticks? I mean, that's what it tastes like.
right?
we'd run out of cereal, and my mom would have that shredded wheat, and she would say, y'all eat my cereal. And me and my little sister would just almost cry.
No, I'd rather not eat than eat that.
Exactly.
It's like my mom used to get me grape nuts, and I thought it was okay until I realized it was grape nuts. I think I broke 8 teeth and eating
I was about to
that.
say, speaking of breaking teeth, yeah, grape nuts will do
Man,
it.
it sure will too, man. That is like eating lug nuts.
The old commercial with the loud crunching.
Oh,
Yeah, I
right,
remember they'd be out
right.
they'd be out in nature and they'll look quiet and they take a bite, crunch, and
Yeah.
everything
And then
scatters.
Sasquatch gets scared.
Especially Sasquatch.
I bring up cereal because somehow it's become political in a weird way.
What?
The New York Times offered a baffling fact check of Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s claim that Fruit Loops contain several artificial ingredients. Kennedy, as he's going to be tackling chronic health issues that face Americans and take on corruption in the FDA. In an interview, Kennedy said it doesn't matter, but he's talking about cereal, and he said, they're not doing their job. They're not protecting our kids. Why do we have Fruit Loops in this country that have 18 or 19 ingredients? You go to Canada, it's got 2 or 3. Well, the Times published a report on Friday fact-checking his Fruit Loop claim. We're fact-checking Fruit Loops breakfast cereal now.
Oh,
Shocker.
And it said Mr. Kennedy singled out Fruit Loops, an example of a product with too many artificial ingredients, questioning why the Canadian version has fewer. But he was wrong, it says. But then it goes on to say the ingredient list is roughly the same, although Canada's has natural colorings made from blueberry and carrots, while the U.S. product contains red dye 40, yellow 5, blue 1, as well as butylated hydroxytoluene, or BHT, a lab-made chemical used for freshness. Okay, isn't that what he said? Am I missing something here?
Yeah, right.
Did you just fact check and say it was wrong and then list off why he's right?
That's what they do, though.
I mean, but that's
Well, so here's the key
that's
deal.
insane.
You dug into the article. Most people don't. They read the headline.
The headlines.
They read the headline, and then they go, "Oh,
He's wrong.
he's wrong," and they move on because they want to believe certain people are wrong.
Yeah, no. He says, as you see, it was funny. A commenter said, as you see, the ingredient list is completely identical, except the U.S. version has formaldehyde, cyanide, and undetectable levels of saxitoxin.
That sounds easy.
Yeah, no, it's just the same, except ours has a machine gun in it that shoots when you open it. I mean, that's crazy talk, man. That's, I think that is the problem that where people struggle, man, with trying to, trust anything they see or read because it's positioned that way. It's like, look, I get you. Maybe you don't like what he's doing. You don't like the guy, but you really Fruit Loops is where you're gonna. That's the hill you want to die on,
Right.
and that's why people are like, man, I can't trust these guys. They say stupid shit,
It
man.
goes right back to the documentary thing. Target to a certain demographic. Every
Yeah.
headline is, whatever your source is, it's going to be targeted to a certain demographic as a clickbait for you to catch the headline and not actually read the article and
Right.
dig in.
No, and I think there's some truth to that.
Yeah, I've been guilty of it. I'm not going to lie. I'm sure everybody here has. We'll see headline.
Well, look, we're a TikTok generation now. I mean, our
yeah.
attention spans are very short. We
Very
want
short.
quick sound bites to digest, and that's what we want to take as the gospel.
Yeah.
Because doing the work and reading,
Oh, that's too much.
Right.
it may be too difficult,
mean-
or too challenging, or too time consuming, or you don't like it, whatever it may be, and so you'd rather. Look, it's the difference in if you go to church and whatever the preacher says must be right,
Right.
versus actually reading some text and going, "Oh, this is what I actually think about it."
You sound like you listen to my podcast.
I have, but I don't know. I didn't know we had that conversation, but that's cool.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, we cover it all. We don't just cover Bigfoot.
Okay, Coda, no. I just tell you, no. You're an asswipe.
What was that?
Coda, I said, he's an asswipe. He said, be bit by a bullet ant. What am I?
No.
Cody Peterson? No, I'm not doing that. What do you want to get bit by a rattlesnake too? You get bit by a rattlesnake, Patrick. Do that for us. No.
We'll have ENT.
What is
That's a step too far.
What is a bullet?
A bullet ant.
Oh.
Oh, a bullet ant. Cody Peterson, we were talking about this the other day, has a show called Brave Wilderness, where he's part of the program. And he went out and did basically a research thing, but he turned it into entertainment and got famous doing it, where he allowed every insect to bite him and sting him
Sounds like a
to
solid career.
determine a pain scale. And bullet ant is top of
The worst?
it's right at the top of the
It's
list.
the Carolina Reaper of.
It is of
insect
stings.
bites?
Yeah, it's supposed to be almost unbearable.
Oh, okay.
They're very large, they're very aggressive, and very painful. So yeah.
And they're native to where?
Well, they're everywhere, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're probably at your backyard right now,
Great.
waiting to come in.
It's Arkansas.
Stop
Yeah.
looking at me like that.
Yeah, no, that's what the comedian said the other day. He said, "You're lingering too long. You're staring at me too much."
Hold on.
It's the most fun thing to do.
That's the
I'm gonna
soundbite.
just
That's the
chill over
soundbite
here.
right there.
What?
How you doing?
Look at each other.
Looking at me like that.
Yes,
That's the
don't look
soundbite
at
right
me
there.
like that.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Brandon said, "Wax your head." That's not a bad one. You know what? I might put that. I don't know. Let me think about that. Maybe that's a maybe. I don't know. If you've seen the 40-Year-Old Virgin, when Steve Carell got his,
Oh, God.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know
that was hilarious.
That was real life. That he really did that.
Oh, yeah.
Did it?
Yeah, he really did that for the movie, which is insane because I believe that probably hurt like that. I mean, I can't imagine.
No, I'll pass. No.
No, I can't. Oh my God. No, I tried. I let somebody wax my back once, and it was all I could do to get through it. And I don't even have a ton. It's just, man, that don't feel good. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Some of these
Yeah.
Brazilian waxes. I can't imagine. You ladies are tough because you're not getting any duct tape near my Johnson. I'll tell you that right now.
Not gonna happen.
I don't care how good you look or what you got going on in the world. It ain't going to happen, Sean Skelton said, run a little bit late. What's up, guys? What's up, Sean? Little doggy said, morning. What's up? Ronnie James in the house. That's right. Ronnie's here today, man. What's going on with the Ronnie James? Ronnie, what is going on with you, man?
Doing pretty good, man. My back hurts, but working a lot. I notice I've got to do every winter. I have to start working on a lot of things. Is this thing working?
Yeah, no, you sound great, man. You feel like you are. You sound
Well,
great.
it's in and out in my ear.
Here, I'll push you up a little
Okay,
bit.
wow, pushing me up. But fixing a dryer,
Oh, yeah.
doing stuff
What'd you
like
have to
that.
do to the dryer?
Heating element.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes I'll work on different appliances here and there, but
it's pretty fun when you go to YouTube and
Yeah.
figure out how to do this
if
shit.
you can figure it out, it is
Yeah,
fun. If you
yeah.
can't, it's maddening.
Yeah, it is. But you know, YouTube helps me do a lot of things around the house.
Yeah.
But the Samsung dryer, I mean, I'm into this because I get to put it back together today. The part comes in, and you know, we were talking about the self-gratifying world we live in.
Yeah.
Instant. You
Yeah.
know, that's kind of what I'm looking to do. It's
No,
like I can't wait to get the part in my hand to put the fucking thing back together.
I don't know. I don't know that.
my language.
No, you're good.
Sorry.
You're good. Anyway, I think I don't know. Guys, man, love to work on stuff, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we just do, man. I mean, for the most part,
Yeah.
if you give me something mechanical to mess with, it'll occupy me for a long.
Oh,
I'll
it
just say,
will.
yeah, I'll mess with it
Yeah.
for way too long. I promise
Yeah.
you that. You know, I think, are you that way? I mean, you love to work on, tinker on stuff.
To a point, I do, but my buddy Jacob, anything you hand him, he's going to take it apart, reassemble it, just to figure out how the damn thing works.
Yeah. Well, some people just want to do
Yeah,
it.
and
Yeah.
that's how he is.
I
mean,
know those
anything at
guys.
all. Where he's like, to where I'll get lazy and I'll be like, hey, I'm having a problem with this, and he'll be right on over and go, all right, and within 45 minutes he'll have it figured out. And I'm like,
Yeah.
appreciate it.
No,
So-
no, I do have
But I do
friends
like
that can
to, I
help
like
like
to tinker and I like to put things together if it's broken. I had that, like, you know, you're doing the element. I feel like, you know, man, hear me roar. You know,
Yeah.
if I go and fix an appliance.
No, if I,
yeah.
no, I promise you, if I fix an appliance in my house, I will walk around like Ric Flair for
Yep.
2 days.
I can't
Exactly.
wait.
Ooh,
I can't
that's
wait.
right, baby. I did that.
Debbie, I
shit.
can't wait to fix that
Yeah,
and walk
exactly.
around like
Yep.
No, I will pound
order
my.
shit now.
I'm a man, bitch. Yeah, look at me. Yeah, no, I get excited when I fix something because when I was a kid, I would take radios apart and I could never get them back together ever.
I used to do that
Yeah.
as a
I
kid.
ruined them. My grandma quit buying them
Yeah.
for me. She's like, I'm not buying you anymore.
Remember the kits they had? I think at Radio Shack. You could build your own radio.
build your own
Yeah.
FM
Remember that?
radio, Yeah.
Yes, that was fun to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yep,
cool.
yep.
Yeah,
I-
the Tandy Company.
Yep.
Yeah, that stuff is fun. Little doggy said YouTube is awesome for learning. For instance, the best chili recipe on the planet
Oh,
is on my channel.
Yeah.
No, it's an award winner, no doubt about it. If you want to learn how to make chili or many other things, actually, Mike Woodall is one of the
Yeah,
best
big time.
chef type cooks I've ever known. My wife still makes a couple of the recipes that he provided us via YouTube. One of them is I think a bacon manicotti.
Mm.
And yeah, it's unbelievable, to be honest with
Sounds
you.
really good, actually.
No, it is. It's as good as you think it is. I promise you
Oh, I-
that.
oh, I-
yeah.
Lovey-dovey
I
says-
used to go to Woodall's house just to watch YouTube videos of, you know, satisfaction videos.
What are you talking about?
Mike Woodall's house. I used to go there
Watching
just
satisfaction videos with Mike? What kind of, what,
Yeah.
well,
like Mia Khalifa or?
no, just
Oh.
taking shit apart and putting it back.
Oh,
okay.
okay. I got
yeah,
you.
mechanical
I see.
shit.
I see what you're
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
I was
Okay.
gonna say the show went really.
Yeah,
the
the
show went hard right. You know?
It is National Men's Day.
Yeah,
It
right.
is true. It
Yeah.
is true. It is true.
Ronnie was talking just a second ago about fixing the washer and dryer.
Yeah.
And Lovey Dovey on Facebook says, okay, she fixed the washer.
Well, she does a lot.
Oh,
Well, she fixed the washer. I didn't say washer. I said dryer.
Oh, okay.
The washer
okay.
is hers. Yeah, she's fixed it like 18
Oh, so you have
times.
divided duties. I see that. I see. I got the washer, you got the dryer. How about that? You take the hard one. I'll take the dryer.
I
Yeah.
used to sit behind her and watch her take that washer apart and put it back together. And I go, well, shit, you know, she does a lot.
That's like me watching my wife mow the lawn.
Oh, yeah.
I do. I mean, she loves mowing the lawn, and it took my neighbors a while to figure out I wasn't a piece of shit. They're like, man, this guy's lazy as hell. His wife's out mowing the lawn. I'm like, man, I would be glad to do it, but she wants to do it. It's her jam.
Right.
It's one of those satisfying things, where you make the line and it ends in a nice line.
I was in a relationship where she enjoyed doing oil changes and tire changes.
Why
and
did
working
you
on the
break
car.
up, man?
Yeah.
Right?
How'd you lose that?
Right.
What did you screw that up with?
Well,
Never mind. Never mind. Someone said, busted, Ronnie. Finger in a mousetrap, Coda says. Let me think on that one. It's possible, but I don't know how hard that snap is. I don't want to break my finger. I'll take the pain if it won't break it.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably be okay.
I think we need to get, Lovey Dovey back on.
Yeah,
She's
she needs to
all
come
on
on.
Facebook. She says it's half and half around there. She mows the yard.
Yeah, she does it.
Yeah. No, I believe that.
She does it.
I believe that. No, Duffy's she's
Yeah.
a very independent lady.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. And she's not afraid to speak her mind, is she?
Oh no, not
That's
at
one thing I
all.
know about Dr.
Yeah.
Duffy now. She'll tell you.
She will tell you.
She will read it to you up and down.
Yep.
You know, but that's great. You know, it's good to know where you stand. It's just a safer place to be, you know. Steve said, I knew a surgeon that would go to the appliance repair shop and repair shit to relax. I believe that, man.
Yeah,
And that kind of makes sense, you know, especially if it's, you know, small parts and he's a surgeon. He likes, you know, tinkering in the little small areas like that, you know. I'm too impatient to be a surgeon. I'd be like, nah, somebody close this up. I'm done. I got things to do. Because people don't realize that, you know, in a surgical field, like if you're an OR tech, for example, an operating room tech, and operating room techs are, I mean, they do, you know, they're not the doctor, but they do a damn lot, you know. But once you go in that field, in an operating room, it's a sterile field. And you may be in there for hours.
Yep.
Hours. You can't, you know, and if you leave, you have to
redo.
You have to come. You have to sterilize everything before you can come back in, and you don't leave.
Not like COVID.
Yeah, it's even more strict than that, you know. So that's a really challenging thing there.
And then you have the risk of the patient being under that long too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's true as
So
well.
there's a whole bunch of things that go into factor when it comes to those surgeons. So yeah, my hat just tipped to those guys.
Yeah, no,
and gals.
I was met with a client this weekend looking at a house, and you know, I'll always say, "What do you do?" And he said, "I'm a cardiac surgeon." And I was like, "Oh, damn, you got a real job." I don't know anything about that. You know, you go to work every day, right? You know, I feel you. But you know, and he was talking about I don't know how it even got onto the subject. You know, he was saying, you know, some people get mad that doctors make money or whatever. I said, well, then they're idiots.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't care how much money you make. If my heart needs you,
Right.
I
open my hood and
please be
fix
paid
it.
way. I know whatever it takes, get it done. You know,
You're right.
That's one of the guys. I'm like, no, whatever you make probably ain't enough. If you're able to put my chest back together inside, no, you deserve whatever pay you can get for that. That's
Damn
for damn
straight.
sure, man. Yeah, that's a real skill right there.
It is.
All right, let's do something different here real quick, can we?
Sure.
You know what? As a real estate agent, putting you with the right mortgage person is critical. One of my favorites to work with is Josh Taylor at AMC Mortgage, and I'll tell you why. A lot of guys out there are stiff. They treat you like a number. Josh treats you like a friend. He's going to work through with you on everything you need. Look, he just got a pair of my clients into a home with $500 total. Yeah, paid the closing and the down payment costs all covered in there. I'm not saying that's what you're going to get, but I'm saying that's how good he is. Check him out. Give him a call, 351-2579. It's Josh Taylor at AMC Mortgage. If you're looking for a local mortgage guy, that's one that I recommend. Have you been injured? You need an attorney with a passion for people and an obsession with justice. That attorney is Tim Reed in Little Rock. Look, they've won $1.3 million in wrongful death, almost $1 million in medical malpractice and in insurance dispute. These guys know what they're doing, but more importantly, he's not a figurehead of some kind. He's not just some person on a poster with a picture of a rig or a smile or his dog with him. This is a real guy you can text with, you can talk to, and who will take good care of you. He'll work with you personally to get what you deserve. Check out reedfirm.com, reedfirm.com, or give him a call, 777-7333. All right, we are back. Well, most of us are. You know, you got to have a pee break now and again, right? And so we got him coming in here. Well, we need to shift gears here, but I want to wait for Matt to get back for a minute. Man, thank you guys for coming in this morning.
Always.
And thank everybody for listening and watching. We appreciate it. Don't forget to share this with your friends if you don't mind. You know, send them a message, send them an email, send them a text, send them a clip of a video. If you don't know, we're pretty much everywhere. You can go on TikTok, of course, Facebook, X, D Live, Soup Live, Vaughn Live, Twitch. It's everywhere. So just wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening, whatever you're doing, share it with somebody. Tell them about it because we're still trying to get the word out. And if you do see us on a billboard somewhere, wherever it may be, snag a picture. I want to see that thing up there. I'm excited to see that. That's a lot of fun.
These comments for the Wheel of Pain, man,
Are they brutal?
they're getting crazy. Getting kicked in the balls by a karate master would be a good one.
No.
They're out for blood on you,
My
man.
Wavos are not available for this game. No, I'm not doing
Who
that.
all of you pissed off to make them want to?
I know, no, they're just sick people, man. That's
people.
what it is. Yeah, sick people.
I am a black belt.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm wearing it right now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Okay.
Somebody asked, they said they remember, I think it was last week or something, you were talking about if they want to be a guest on the show
Yeah.
to go fill out. Are you still doing that?
Yeah, absolutely. You can go over to our website right now. If you would like to be on the show, hang out with us, then just go fill it out. If you're a band or musician, you'd like to come on the show, maybe perform, be interviewed, or if you're a business and maybe you got a startup or something, you're trying to get the word out, and maybe we could, help you do that. That's what it's all about here. We definitely want to help as much as we can. So why don't you, go over to the website and just click in and say, hey, yeah, I'd like to be on the show. It's really pretty simple to do, man. It's not a difficult task in any possible way. Let's do this now. It's time.
This is the segment, not like the other. People do stupid shit, you say, oh brother. Hey, it's not a copy or a clone of any previous bit. But if you think so, hey, we don't give a shit. Yeah, wackadoos in the news.
I know all of you were asking about it, and yes, in your Christmas package this year, you will get a copy of the new album with that cut on it. Yeah, no, I know all of you were asking.
It's gonna
So
be great.
I know it is.
Fucking stuffer.
In Missouri, police officers are being accused of pulling over women and looking for nudes. Missouri State Highway Patrol Officer David McKnight and ex-Florissant officers Julian Acala were both hit with indictments alleging similar behavior. Charges allege depriving women of their rights and destroying evidence. Apparently, between September of 2023 and August 19th of this year, McKnight victimized 9 women, pulling them over for a traffic stop, then telling them he had to look through their phone to verify identification or insurance information. Then he'd use his own phone to take pictures of nudes he found. He's accused of crimes against 20 women, 5 in one day.
Wow.
But he'd allegedly confiscate phones to do his picture search and photography. He was arrested in August, resigned 5 days later. Acala resigned in June after it was learned he was the subject of an FBI investigation. So just taking their phones and I mean, can't you just go to like X videos or Pornhub or something like a normal person? I mean, you got
X.
the people you pull over. I mean, really? That's who you want to? Wow. These days, it appears robots can't trust their own kind. In China, closed circuit video from side a robotics company shows 12 robots being kidnapped by another robot. Yeah, it's true, man. Reportedly, the kidnapper robot was the creation of another robot manufacturer. It was apparently able to convince 12 robots in a competing company to quit their jobs and follow it out the door, citing issues with overtime and the command to go home. Now, that is some great corporate espionage right there. The robot kidnapped the other 12. Tricked them. Wow, that's great, man.
Skynet has started.
And now,
Right,
hasn't it?
seriously.
It really has.
Did y'all see the video with the AI and the AI robot and the dude showing him the movie iRobot, especially the scene where like Will Smith is, hunting the robot?
No. How did it respond?
Like the robot actually was watching the TV and jumped back when he shot the one robot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's on TikTok.
it's crazy, man. It's crazy AI.
I was just wondering, like,
I like the robot that walks the robot dog.
Yeah, no, I saw that the other day. That was great.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, now they got robot dogs guarding the president.
Really?
Yeah, they're using those Boston Dynamics dogs in part and parcel with the Secret Service. Yeah, kind of interesting, huh?
Well, we talked about the robot that arrested the guy a while back in Dallas.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
I mean,
yeah.
God, what are we going through
Hey,
here?
a grandma in Newcastle, England, revealed her cocaine stash while in the presence of shocked police officers. Caroline Cochran had been detained by police for breach of peace. While with the authorities, she reportedly reached down into her panties to grab what ended up being packets of cocaine. When asked about why she was taking cocaine, she said, "Well, everyone has their poison.
She wasn't even ashamed.
Grandma ain't wrong." I mean, data from an ongoing study out of Montclair State University validates exactly what we talked about earlier. Seems to point to Gen Z being possibly the most risk-averse generation of all time. Experts say it could be the deteriorated worldview, could be the political climate, could be any other thing like that. They said there's some of the reasons, but 1 in 5 of those between 18 and 24 have some sort of depression. And why historically few of them get driver's licenses, drank alcohol, or had sex in their teen years. The theory is that many Gen Zers never learned to take social risk as teenagers, which made it harder to do so in the older years.
Yeah.
Well, back when I was a kid, I don't know about if it's different for them, but sex was really taboo. You didn't,
Yeah.
it was
Right.
something you had to do on the low, man. If your parents or their parents or anybody found out about it, you were in trouble. Now
yeah.
Not
people go to
these
school with their ass hanging out. You know what I mean? It's not like it's hard to accomplish anymore. These, everybody's naked online. I mean,
Right.
hell, they're just used to it.
Yep.
When I was a kid, seeing somebody naked you had to work for it. You had to steal a magazine or find one in a trash can.
The
You
garbled
peek-
channels, remember that?
Yeah, use a toothpick to get in the cable box or
Yep.
peek in the lesbian's window up the street. Oh, that may have just been me. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that out loud. They weren't that attractive, honestly. A Fort Lauderdale family has turned their garage into a home for 200 exotic snakes.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah, they have kids. Ariana, who's 9, and Maximus is 5. They treat them like family pets. Their collection includes rare species like green tree pythons, Amazon basin boas, Bellini pythons, and the kids even cuddle with their favorite snakes, Fancy and Megatron. Said it's normal for our family. The dad, whose name is Socrates Christoforou, whose love for reptiles began in childhood, said the kids don't fear them. They're just curious about them. We're lucky to share the passion as a family. Well, there you go. We talked about it earlier. I mean, if your parents have a passion, you may follow along, right?
I kind of want to put the driving rat city in the garage of the snakes.
With the
And
snakes.
just-
Yeah.
Sue.
Yeah. Have you ever seen one of the greatest videos, I think, of all time? Is this video of this lizard who is trying to get through this whole area of snakes. And I mean, there's like just 100 snakes coming after him everywhere. And he is running. And he does get away, but it's like a 2-minute video of him trying to escape. They grab him. He's jumping over him. He's just jumping out of their reach. I mean, they're just coming at him left and right trying to get him. It's the wildest video. Man, it reminds me of that a little bit. Yeah.
Now
But
put
it
a
would
rat
be
in a
fun.
car.
Yeah, now put it in the car and let it try to drive through. Let's
Could you
see how that
imagine
goes.
little rats riding around in their cars and just the snakes?
No, I think
Yeah, I can
that is
actually
great.
imagine that. I would probably watch that.
That would be
I
a
would watch
great
that video.
event. Yeah.
I'd watch that video.
Yeah, I would.
No, we made things fight as kids.
We need to
bugs
make
and,
this
and things
happen.
like that. Yeah. Yeah, we put them in buckets, make them scrap, aquariums, anything.
What is wrong with us?
We were bored. We didn't have the internet to show us cooler
Right.
shit to do.
That's right.
Remember taking the magnifying glass and burning
and
hands?
burning it.
No, you burn anything, man. What are you
burn
talking about? I
anything,
burn
yeah.
all kinds of stuff up with a magnifying glass.
When I was a kid, I used to paint grasshoppers.
Oh, yeah.
Try and let them go.
Yeah.
And try and catch them again later, not realizing they breathe through their skin.
Do they?
No,
Oh,
really.
yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, so I was suffocating these poor grasshoppers. Yeah, not realizing, thinking I was going to be.
When you hold them, you're.
No, hold you paint them. Yeah.
Oh, painted. Oh,
painted
no.
them.
Now,
Yeah,
we
I
used
painted
to.
them blue and let them go.
And then they die.
And then
Yeah.
they would die.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't find it. It's dead. Yeah, but we used to paint turtle shells and let the turtle go.
No. Now we did some horrible things with turtles. We throw them against the wall.
Why would you?
Oh,
do
What
that?
is wrong with
It's a
you,
turtle. It's a turtle,
What
man.
did the turtle do to you?
How about putting firecrackers in frogs' mouths?
I saw a dude that did it in my neighborhood with an M80.
Yeah, we had some
Yeah.
kids in our neighborhood.
Yeah,
did the same thing.
yeah. A lot of animal murderers grew up to be serial killers, Ronnie.
Yeah, Ronnie,
Just so you know.
you're on the other side.
Dovey? Dr.
I
Dovey?
didn't grow up to be a serial killer.
He does travel a lot. He's
I
on the
do.
road.
Oh, Garth Brooks.
Oh, man, I don't even know how that got started. But what a funny, crazy rumor that is. When that dude has to deny it, it's funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, this person went on to say the fascination started when he gifted his daughter a corn snake named Snowflake in 2016. Now their home features a state-of-the-art serpentarium. It has heating zones, locked enclosures for venomous species because they keep venomous species because that's smart to do.
Right.
Why? Why do you need to keep a What's the point? Because you got one? That's dumb. I'm sorry, but some people they get what they get.
Kids, go grab the anti-venom out of the medicine cabinet again.
Let's move to a different animal. A Kansas couple, Gina and Ronnie Morgan. Hey, I know Ronnie Morgan. He was one of my best friends in high school. He is a police officer now. A Kansas couple, Gina and Ronnie Morgan, had an unforgettable experience when they both hit the same deer seconds apart, driving in separate cars in opposite directions.
Whoa.
Gina hit the deer first, sending it flying across the road. Then it collided with Ronnie's vehicle. When she told me she hit a deer, I'm like, there's no way it wasn't the same deer. Now, let's pause there. How bad of a day did that deer have? I mean, first of all, you get hit. And, deers a lot of times will survive that and run, but then you get knocked to the other side and hit again. That's a tough day. That's like a cartoon for Wile E. Coyote. I mean, what a tough day that is, man. Wow. All right. It was Susan Sabuda, a 70-year-old grandma of 4 in UK, has shattered stereotypes, becoming a world champion power lifter. She trains 10 hours a week, competes internationally, represents Team Great Britain in the IPF World Master Powerlifting Championships, where she recently won in the Masters 4 division. She said, knowing I'm a world champion, quite hard to take. It's overwhelming. People are amazed, which I appreciate. It's so kind. She began powerlifting at 64.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's only done when you say it's done.
Right. Yep. Right.
You only give up when you say it's time, right?
Yep.
She's 64 and said, yeah, let me try powerlifting.
Wow.
She said, I love for weights at the local gym. I did my first competition, thought it was fabulous. It snowballed from there. She joined the team in 2020 and said, you don't compete against each other. You're really there to compete as a team for the country. Now she encourages older individuals to embrace powerlifting. You don't talk about keeping your back strong or breaking it.
Right.
Have you ever seen the videos where like the guy tries to push the weight up and his ankles just break under him?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Pass.
No, that's exactly why I don't do it. No, it's not. It's because I'm lazy. All right, a couple more here. Florida man William Dennis Milstead arrested for pretending to be an undercover officer to dodge a background check when trying to lease a home. He submitted a grammar and error-filled letter claiming he was part of the Florida Department of Law Enforcement's off-grid command unit. Sounds legit. Explained why he's an exception to the real estate agency's background check to protect his safety. With 13 prior felony arrests and 2 previous charges of impersonating an officer, his off-grid antics landed him back on the grid and booked into St. Lucie County. He did drop 11 grand to bail out. Another Florida man here. Let's go with Ronald Wayne Foote. Was arrested after a drunken argument with his wife escalated when she poured his rum down the sink at 2 a.m. Angered by her actions, he called her a Bible thumper, pushed her on a bed during a struggle over keys as she tried to stop him from driving drunk. Deputies found him heavily intoxicated. He was taken into custody, and he's in there probably without any Bibles and Bible thumpers. And let's do one more here. I want to save that for later. Okay, this is great and stupid at the same time. It seems fake at first, but Pizza Hut has genuinely made a pizza warmer you can stick on top of your PS5.
What?
No. Pizza Hut's attempt. What does this say? This is some kind of prank? No, it's a thing they have. Says how to get the PS5 Pizza warmer accessory. To be clear, it isn't a device you attach to the PlayStation 5. The warmer is a plastic box you put on top of the console while it's lying horizontally, and the heat generated from your PlayStation 5 will warm up the pizza. Sounds like a bad idea in every possible way. You better off smoking crack while you play.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or I could just use this thing called the microwave.
Well, the other thing I was looking at too, though, if you're putting something on top of your I'm not.
Well, you're
if it's radiating heat, you're trapping the heat.
right. You're
and it
trapping
causes
the
more
heat.
damage.
Yeah. And if the cheese melts over the top, probably not good for
Right.
circuits. I don't think cheese complements electronics well.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Am I?
You're not wrong.
All right, let's move on.
AI.
Attention station employees. The general manager says we can't afford pumpkin spiced coffee in the lounge. So instead, just sip your normal coffee and then sniff the pumpkin candle next to the machine. Thank you.
So one thing we were talking about this morning before the show, and I don't care about the politics. I don't care about left, right, none of that shit. Don't even bring it up to me. But I have not ever in my lifetime that I recollect been excited about almost anything to do with the government. Mostly, I'm just pissed at them. You know,
Right.
I think everybody probably is pretty similar to that.
It's
Mainly, I'm pissed at them. You know, because they're taking too much money from me and not
right.
doing enough with it, right? So when I heard that Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy were going to do this whole Department of Government Efficiency where they start breaking things down and find out where the money's going, I was like, this may be the greatest thing I ever heard in my life. Because I remember from even in the 80s, they would talk about $100 hammers and things like that.
Oh yeah.
You know, so we've been,
$1,000 toilet seat.
we just had the 7th Pentagon audit failed in a row.
Wow.
824 billion they can't account for.
What?
Yeah, they can't account for eight. That's a billion. If I can't account for $8, I'm pissed off.
Yeah, exactly.
824, you can't account for it. You don't have a check register, something. But so I was looking at this, and it was talking about they were giving examples of some of the government waste on Monday. Now, part of this comes from a clip of Rand Paul, and you know Rand Paul puts out his annual what he calls the Festivus Government Waste Report. And it's just where he goes through it, talks about the different projects that the government spends money on. Some of these were kind of crazy, as you might expect. For example, one of the studies highlighted involves seeing what makes a sunfish more aggressive, gin or tequila. I said a sunfish, gin or tequila. That's 100 grand that the government spent.
I need that salesperson on my team.
Right.
Yeah, the U.S. government spent nearly $1 million on a study to see if cocaine makes Japanese quail more sexually promiscuous.
What the hell?
$1 million.
$1 million.
$1 million of your dollars. See, you
Right.
work.
Yeah.
Let me put that in perspective. You work all year, and you know how much you pay in taxes. What they take out of your check. They used it to see if quails get turned on with cocaine.
And they can't find
That's
out.
what they.
who
That's what
dropped it
they
in the
use
White
your
House.
money for.
Yep.
Think about that for a minute. Does it make you feel good, like you work for something?
That's crazy.
No, it doesn't.
That's
The U.S. government spent $750,000 to determine if Neil Armstrong's famed line was one small step for man or one small step for a man. By the way,
75 million
no,
on that.
no, $750,000, 750,000.
All right, 750.
And it was inconclusive. After $750,000, they couldn't even determine.
What? Why does it even matter?
Why does it matter? That's a great question. Why does it matter if quails get turned on by
I
cocaine?
agree.
Hey, you know what? I bet we could help that out real quick. We could just pull up the audio.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
stupid.
Right.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, pay me. Yeah, $375,000. I'll do
They
it.
spent $2 million on construction of a kelp and shellfish nursery in Maine. $1.5 million to encourage video gaming in New York because it's lacking in publicity or
Right.
marketing. I mean, nobody knows about video games.
No, if they're inside. If they're inside plugged in, they're not outside and trying to question everything.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. The list goes on and on of these ridiculous things that
government.
they spend your money on.
Yeah.
And so to think that maybe, just maybe,
That's a way to hide it.
well,
Well, in the conspiracy
I mean,
theory circle, yeah. That's
sure. I mean,
Oh,
some
yeah.
people would say that there's money laundering going on here.
Yeah.
Some people say that about many different things.
Yeah.
But all I know is that if you are a congressman or a senator, I think the most you can make is a couple $100,000 a year. So when I see congressmen and senators who are worth 30, 40, 50, 70, 80 million, I'm like, man, that math don't math.
Right.
FBI
I mean-
director's worth $25 million.
Yeah, you go. How's that? How's that?
I don't know.
I don't think the FBI pays that kind of
I
money.
don't think so.
Last
either.
I knew,
Yeah.
I knew some folks in the FBI. They didn't make that kind of jack.
Nope.
Matter of fact, they didn't make great jack. To be honest, I was surprised. I think he made 80,000, and he had been in a little bit. You know, it's not a lot of money, yeah, and just one department, the Pentagon, $824 billion.
That's a waste.
I mean, think about just the FEMA situation right now in Florida.
Right.
Boom, $824 billion. We'll drop it on you right now. Let's fix it.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, these are things that you're like, what the hell is going on? And so I, for one, am excited to see if this will actually result in something, because if it does, I mean, look, the government is the biggest employer in the nation. That should not be the case. They don't make a single product, except for rich people. They do make a lot of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of rich people, for sure, man.
Attention station employees. Management has cut down your lunch hour to 23 minutes. No extra time will be given for pooping. Thank you.
Don't have time for that, people. You got to work.
I'd like to talk to management, please, Patrick.
No, I'm afraid not. I'm afraid that they will not speak with you. You don't have the credentials for that, my friend. Let's move on to something kind of sort of political, but still stupid and funny. Now, listen to this. Just think about it for a minute. It's a great marketing campaign. So I'm going to give them that. I'm going to give them an A+ for marketing, although cliche, but still an A+, all right? A Florida-based cruise line company offering a 4-year trip to Americans looking to escape the second term of Trump.
Oh.
That's right. Cruise line Via V Residences has announced the launch of its Tour La Vie program that allows passengers to spend up to 4 years on board visiting 140 countries. I encourage you to take advantage of this.
Go for it.
The CEO said, we came up with this marketing campaign before you even knew who would win. I told you it was marketing, and it's a good one. Regardless of who would have won, you'd have had half the population upset. He said, we don't have a political view. We just wanted to give people who feel threatened a way out.
Way out.
The cruise comes at a pretty cheap cost, you might think. 4-year price starts at $256,000. Or if you're going with a spouse or partner, up to $320,000. But now that's 4 years of rent-free living. I mean, you pay for it, but I mean, 4 years, you get to eat on the ship. You get to swim on the ship, party on the ship.
What if you get divorced in those 4 years, though?
Who gets the room?
Boat in half?
gets the room?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Who gets the buffet
Think about
card?
it. We all spent a lot of close time together in Corona. Now you're going to, or Corona.
Corona.
In the lockdown, COVID lockdown?
COVID, yeah.
No, it's true. I mean, how many relationships fell apart in that time? It was
Yeah.
a very large number because
Now you're going to be on
they're
a
on top
boat
of each other.
in the middle of the ocean.
Have you ever been on a cruise and been in the rooms?
No.
Like
Yeah.
if you get one that's, you can get like a bigger room, a suite or something that's, comfortable. But if you just get the standard room, I mean, it's passable, but man, it is small.
Yeah.
We had the first time we went, or no, it wasn't the first time. It was just, first cruise, I guess. It was a cruise for the radio station, right? And we were in the bilge, basically, is like the bottom of the ship. There were no windows, okay, in our room, and it was so small in there.
Yeah.
And my wife was so mad. She was so, not because of the room, because I smuggled weed. I did. I took, if you go to Walmart, you can buy like saw palmetto capsules.
Yeah.
And if you look, saw palmetto is, it's leafy. So I just took those capsules apart, emptied them out, put weed in several of them, put a little dot on the end of each one, threw them in, shook it up. There's like 200 in there. I'm like, they'll never. And they didn't. But my wife did when she came back, and she goes, why does it smell like weed in here? Well, I don't know why. Somebody broke in. But a 4-year cruise, man, that's something else. Have you ever been on a cruise, Ronnie?
No, I haven't.
You have not. Okay. All right. How about you, Rich?
No,
No?
No.
Cruisers?
No cruisers. No.
Wow, man, it really is. You know what? As far as vacations go, I think everybody should do it once at least, unless you just hate water. And I get it if you do. Water can be scary, but it's a good value because you get so many things. Most of the time you go on a cruise, you're going to go to usually 3 places, not just one. So you could get usually 3 countries or at least 3 destinations, You got amazing food. You got like, I don't know. I mean, probably the equivalent of 30 restaurants.
Oh, yeah.
Of buffets and different literal restaurants on there.
Wow.
Like the best burger I ever had is at Guy Fieri's on a cruise ship. The second time we went back to the cruise, I ate there almost every time. I was like, no, I can't get enough of this. And the bacon, yeah, it was unlimited bacon. I'm like, yeah, keep it coming. Let's go. Stack it up, baby. There's all kinds of things. They have clubs on there. They have casinos on the ship. Then you go to the destinations and you have a lot of fun there. And, you know, it's relatively inexpensive. Like, I mean, I think $500, $600, $700 a piece for a family to go. And I mean, you can drive to Florida and take out of there, or drive to Louisiana. Normally we go out of New Orleans.
Yeah.
It's only 8 hours from here. You can go like to the Bahamas and stuff, go out of Port Everglades in Florida. But it's definitely worth doing at least one time if you're not bothered by, you know, water.
Well, water doesn't bother me. It's people being stuck on a boat with a lot of people.
Yeah, no, I
And I've
understand
seen
that.
Titanic, so
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Well, you see a lot of attractive people, but you see a lot more unattractive ones. I'll tell you that. And they're all wearing the same outfits. Nothing really, you know. So yeah, there's that. You know. Let's see. Oklahoma Grower 75 said, "I grow and commercially in Oklahoma. I'd love to come smoke y'all out on a stream." Well, roll your ass up here. Who's slowing you down, bro?
Who's slowing you down?
The door is open right now. How fast
3
can you
hours
be here
away.
before 9? Hey, let's get down, man. Come on out. Yeah, no, we absolutely want to do that. Let's have you on here. Let's talk about it. Bring your strain, your best strain, and let's see what goes down.
I've met a lot of Oklahoma growers.
Man, you know, I don't know. Something changed there in the laws, of course, but they say it's like the Wild West of weed over there. So I mean, it's everywhere, legal and illegal being grown. See,
So
it just smells
saturated.
like weed now.
Saturated over there.
Yeah, I mean, they are making a lot, and you wouldn't think it's grow in the desert, but I guess it damn well does, doesn't it?
It grows.
I mean, Oklahoma is kind of desert-like, isn't it, for the most part?
Western, yeah.
Well,
Huh?
But Eastern
It's more
Oklahoma is going to be
Western
more.
Is it more akin to
Yeah,
ours?
so on Eastern is Arkansas, yeah, right on the border. So we're gonna have a lot of they have a lot of trees and everything still.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, okay. So there is some area that's
so
not
the further
desert.
east you go, the flatter it
Yeah.
gets.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me see who's messaging me.
It's not me.
Hold on.
You gotta go.
No, it's definitely not you. Let's see. Let's see what it says here. Oh, yes. Where you at? Hold on. He said, "I'm on at 7:30." Yeah, where you at? You should be here if you're on at 7:30. Ryan said, "You should sell out of Galveston sometime. Not only is the port 100 times better, the city's amazing." I do like Galveston. Used to go to Galveston Beach. As a matter of fact, with my friend Ronnie Morgan, who I was mentioning earlier, he had family down there, and so we went, I think, 2 or 3 times to Galveston Beach, and it is a fun. I've never done a cruise out of there, but that's interesting. Do they go to the same places or different ones? I'm not sure. I've been to Bahamas, a couple places in Mexico, Grand Cayman, Jamaica. I've been to all those in like 3 cruises total, you know. But I don't know. I've never gone out of that port. That's interesting. Sean said, "What's up, guys? What's up, man? How you doing?" Let's see. Oh, Steven said, "What have we come to now? Granny has an 8-ball in her pants." Going back to the wackadoos in the news. Yeah.
Everybody's got a poison.
Yeah, that's what she said. Everybody's got their poison. I mean, and,
Everybody's
you know, I mean,
Go, Granny. Get her.
I always do like it when someone says, "Well, something's got to kill me." Yeah, no, but you're making it faster. You know, I mean, you know, it's facts. All right, let's move on.
This Thanksgiving,
Okay, guys, round up the turkeys.
they thought the turkeys would go quietly.
Come here, turkey.
They
What?
thought
What are you doing?
wrong.
Gobble, gobble. Target terminated.
Turkinator. Judgment Day. This fall, the tables are turning,
Sir, you're
Yeah.
bleeding. That's not blood, that's gravy.
and it's the turkeys
That turkey ate my leg.
who are coming back for seconds.
Hasta la beaksta, baby.
Turkey pun activated.
This bird can't be carved,
I can't carve it.
can't be caged,
Is it caged? No. Damn it.
and will not rest
Maybe it'll rest. I think you know the answer to that.
until you're well done. From the creators of Poultrygeist and
Yeah.
Feathered Fury,
Gobble, gobble.
Turkinator. Judgment Day. Coming to a table near you. Rated T for tryptophan.
I'm definitely in on that.
Oh, I
That
mean,
is awesome.
That's a phenomenal trailer right there. Yeah, I like that.
Well, the sequel will be Turkinator, Get Fried.
Get fried. Deep fry his
Yeah,
ass.
there you go.
Tell me if this, it seems kind of obvious, but let's see. College students who use dating apps are more likely to engage in risky sex.
Well,
Those using a dating app were 2.2 times more likely to have had more than one sexual partner over the past year, and 1.5 times more likely to have had sex under the influence of alcohol. Dating app users also 1.8 times more likely to have undergone screening for STDs, or 1.3 times more likely to have tested positive for an STD. Is this shocking to anyone that the dating app people are more
College kids
risque?
being college kids?
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
risky.
hey, come on in, man. Come on in. What's going on with you, brother? How you doing?
personally, I feel like they should just take all the dating sites, mix them all into one, and just call it what's left.
Hold on. Hey, can I swap you just for a minute,
sure
Matt,
can.
and
Okay,
let
take
him
the
come
other
sit?
chair.
Come on, sit down, man. Just for a minute, buddy. We'll
you're fine.
we'll go back and forth here a little bit. Come on here, man. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you again.
I'm good. It's good to see you again.
Man, yeah. What have you been up to, man? Introduce yourself. Tell everybody who it is.
Hey, I'm Scott Keith.
Get on that mic real good.
I'm Scott Keith. I'm a comedian. I was on here last week.
Yeah.
Patrick was nice enough to have me on this morning.
Well, we enjoyed having you, so,
Yeah,
so why
yeah.
not bring you back in, man? I'm glad you're here.
No, it's good. Good. Had a couple good shows.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, you'd appreciate one in Joplin. It was a
Oh,
weed, It
really?
was a weed show.
Oh, tell me more about that, man.
So it's this place called, I think it's JD's in
Okay.
Joplin. It's just downtown, and
Okay.
it's seems very legally gray if you ask me. But I'm not
Yeah.
a cop. But I'm not here to narc on 'em. But no, it was weird. Performing to high crowds is weird because like you get a 2 second
You got that
delay.
delay?
in every
Yeah, you got the delay, yeah.
And so you're like, I don't know if I'm killing right now or if these guys are just
Stoned out of their
stoned
gourd.
out of their minds. You know,
Yeah.
'cause I
That's
feel like they're
hilarious,
laughing
man.
at anything. No. But it was cool. I mean,
It was a
yeah,
good show, though?
Yeah, it was a good show. It was fun. It was different.
That's cool, man. Yeah, it's always cool to go out and you know, that was one of the things I loved about performing all over the place is that everywhere you go, every show is different. No matter if you're doing the same material, every show ends up different because you've got a different audience reacting a different way. They dig different things, and it really challenges you to develop out more as a comedian.
Yeah, no, it's definitely different. You have to navigate every space.
You got to kind of read the rooms, as they say, and kind of know what you're working with. And as a comedian, it might take you, 10 minutes to kind of get the feel of that room and really get it going,
Yeah, and went on later in the show, so you're kind of studying the whole time. You're kind of fly on the wall.
Yeah, it's always great when you can do that, man. That's just always a great thing to be able to do. Well, we were just talking about some dating and stuff, and I want to talk about this because I think this is pretty interesting. The Diddy stuff that's going on.
Oh,
let me pull this story up real quick because
what do you do this time?
wait, that is not the Diddy story. Why is it bringing up
Found
the
a
wrong
new
thing?
supplier in baby oil.
Well, damn.
Johnson & Johnson.
Hold on, let me see where that went. Well, I must have.
Have you been following all this Diddy stuff?
Yeah. No, it's crazy. They're saying that he's been harassing people from jail. That he called somebody like 128 times. But now they went in and took all. They're saying he was witness tampering, but there's some controversy because I guess they came in and raided his cell and took all the notes that he even had with his attorney, which seems like a violation of
Privacy or something?
attorney-client privilege.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of.
Attorney-client privilege. Not that I'm rooting for Diddy in any possible way. I'm not. I think he's probably a piece of shit and probably has what's coming to him coming. But
and if you ask me, calling people that much from the cell, that's one step too far.
definitely.
No, that's the final nail in the coffin for me.
Yeah, no, right, no doubt about it. I don't know where that story went because it was here. Hold on, let me see if I can do this because I think it's worth taking a second to look for. Hold on, I'll just pull it up this way. Entertain yourself momentarily.
Right.
And here we go. Okay. Sean Diddy Combs has attempted to obstruct justice from the Brooklyn Federal Jail where he's being held ahead of his upcoming sex trafficking and racketeering trial, according to the prosecutors who allege the rapper turned mogul of witness tampering using his family and kids in an attempted PR play as he faces 15 years minimum in prison. Is that all?
That's
In a court filing, his bail hearing on Friday is third since a mid-September arrest and incarceration. Several prosecuting attorneys with the Southern District of New York told the judge how he had obtained multiple inmates' phone lines in attempts to evade scrutiny, control witnesses, and influence testimony while in jail. They alleged that he used a non-authorized messaging app to communicate with the outside world and coerced his family to create a birthday message intended for the eyes of potential jurors before his trial in the spring. Two judges previously declined to release him from custody, citing potential witness tampering as the main reason for that they have to keep him locked up. The court filing from Friday urges the judge to reject the latest Hail Mary from the rap star, which involves a hearing for a proposed $50 million bail for his release. Prosecutors don't want him out for any reason at all. Man, when you're Diddy and you're a billionaire and you cannot get out of jail, no matter who you call, no matter how much power you have,
they got you.
that's got to be a real weird feeling for that guy.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I don't feel bad for him, but I'm just saying, man, this guy's used to getting whatever the hell he wants. He's a billionaire.
Yeah. And, they're calling it a Hail Mary, but like at this point, he's screwed. He knows he's screwed. That's why he left the country.
I think it was his victims that got screwed. Yeah, no, it's just a wild, it's so good though that they're cleaning this closet out because most people for years have talked about it, just like they did R. Kelly. It's like everybody knew and nobody was really saying, they were saying something, but nobody was doing anything.
Right.
Now all of a sudden everybody's doing something, and that's good. Let's get these scumbags done.
Yeah.
So we can move on with the rest of us and hopefully thin these herd of morons out. At least that's
one way or the other.
My take anyway.
This hour brought to you by Put a Stick in Your Bum. I'm depressed. I wish there was more to life. Put a stick in your bum. How is that going? Oh, wow. I feel better. Ow, 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 ow. Put a stick in your bum.
Johnson, you're fired.
Oh.
Holy f***. Johnson, you get a raise.
Woo! Ooh, ow, ow. Put a stick in your bum. Spare change? Ooh, I'm gonna go teach Lamaze. Ow, ooh, ow, ow. If your life is humdrum, put a stick in your bum. Put a stick in your bum. Put it in there. Put it in. Put the stick in your bum.
All right. I'll give you guys a choice here. You want to talk about a saber-toothed tiger or Sammy Hagar and Guy Fieri getting robbed?
What's this with the saber-toothed tiger?
Yeah.
Somebody get attacked by a saber-toothed tiger?
They didn't, but how about a baby saber-toothed cat mummy with intact skin, fur, and toes?
All right. That's both disgusting and adorable, it sounds like, at the same time.
Could be. So which do you choose? You choose, guys.
I'm going to go with the saber-tooth.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, saber-tooth it is. All right, let's go with it. A mummified Ice Age cub from Siberia, the first known mummy of a saber-toothed cat. Its discovery generating ripples of excitement amongst paleontologists. The exceptional preservation provided the first view of what saber-toothed cats really look like. Written in its soft tissues, clues about where the cat's muscles were bulkiest and how that may have shaped its hunting style. Abundant fur, mummified flesh covered the partial corpse, and its face, forelimbs, and torso were nearly fully intact. The cub's dark brown fur was short but very thick, measuring about 1.2 inches long. It was surprisingly soft, the author said. It's a fantastic feeling to see with your own eyes the life appearance of a long extinct animal. And it must have been crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you pulled it and you're like, wait a minute, this thing's intact? It's got fur and stuff on it? Yeah, that's huge. Said especially when it comes to such an interesting predator as the saber-toothed cat. These extinct carnivores are distant relatives of course, modern big cats known for their long blade-like canines. Now, let me just ask a question. Matt, come sit down over here, man. Hey, yeah, take Ronnie's chair. He wandered off. Get on in on this. All right. We want you in on this. So here's the question. Let's scoot in a little bit this way, man. Yeah. Get closer to me. I like you. Here's the question. So, you see people trying to save these species that go extinct, right? I mean, it's something that people talk about a lot. We got to save these. We got to prevent them from going extinct.
Right.
Well, the saber-tooth tiger went extinct. Should we bring it back? Is it only right to the animal to bring it back, even though nature took it out?
No.
You say no.
I say no.
You say no
Yeah, I say no.
because you hate cats.
No, I love cats. I have a
Oh,
cat.
I
No,
hate cats.
well, you think about it. Okay, so the creature went extinct for a reason. That's like trying to bring Megalodon back.
Okay.
You know, what's the,
Well, do you
what's the
think
point?
Megalodon's not here?
No,
Bigfoot's here, but not Megalodon.
no, not Megalodon.
But do
The
you,
ocean has been
Well, so-
5% explored.
True, but a creature of Megalodon size
Yeah.
has got to eat.
Yeah.
lot.
See my ex.
Okay, exactly.
Oh.
So it's got to eat a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of calories this creature has to intake.
Okay.
We're going to see evidence of that.
Okay.
We will. I mean, we're going to see half. Whale carcasses bit in half, which we don't see.
No.
Because the bottom of the ocean is only so far explored. The surface is totally different. We have
Well,
satellites
right.
all over the place.
Yeah.
Currents run. Currents are going to push creatures on up. They're going to,
Yeah,
all
but
that
you
stuff.
know there's stuff way down there.
There is. Yeah, I'm not going to.
Way down there.
That's true. The Mariana Trench.
That's right, baby.
So if we buy into everything that we see in Hollywood, and now the idea of Megalodon being around still is fascinating. It's fun.
If there was a Megalodon, would you want Jason Statham to be the one to fight it?
Who wouldn't?
Okay, I'm just checking. I'm just asking. I didn't know if you would go with that.
Yeah, and they're fun movies. The thing is, when it comes to these creatures, when it's like bringing the dinosaurs back, I mean, it sounds great.
No, it doesn't. It sounds stupid.
Exactly.
Jeff Goldblum
But that's
told
the
us.
point. So bringing the
Dr.
saber-
Ian Malcolm
Yeah.
said, "Don't do it."
So bringing back any extinct creature, unless it can provide for the environment, provide for us.
Well, it does.
ridiculous.
It's a predator.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be the biggest one out there.
It would be the new apex
So,
predator. Without a
so
doubt.
think about it. If we bring back the saber-tooth, what other species will it make go extinct?
Well, it could wipe out other ones, couldn't it?
Very easily.
All right. What about you, Rich? You think we should bring it back or no?
Sure, why not, man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's see
make
what
your
happens.
case. Make your case.
You know.
You just want to be
obviously they were-
contrary?
Yeah, I just want to see what happens. Why not?
Okay.
No. I mean, like he said, I understand, but it was already here once, so maybe we could study from it and figure out, what made it go extinct the first time.
We
around.
could feed it the old people.
Right.
No.
No.
No. Okay. That's bad call. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking
No.
outside the box here. What about you, man? What do you think?
I'm all in favor of doing stupid shit with science.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Why not?
That's a great line. That's facts.
If you're gonna do smart stuff, at least do stupid shit with it. I'm into that. I'm interested in the cat videos. I want to see the cat videos that get made.
You want to see the kitten videos that start out where they get the teeth, then you want to see when they turn on the owner.
And then the stupid people are gonna get these saber-toothed cats
As pets.
and they're gonna get eaten,
Right.
and then we're
That's
gonna deal with
awesome.
stupid people.
That's awesome.
Yeah, go keep petting buffalo.
No, we should bring them back and then give them to pets for people who want them. That'd be the way to go. No, that'd
That
be
I can
smart
get
there.
behind.
All right. You didn't choose this one, but we'll talk about it anyway.
Uh-huh.
Sammy Hagar and Guy Fieri are facing a huge setback after two trucks for their jointly owned tequila company were hijacked with over $1 million in products stolen. The trucks were transporting 4,040 cases of Santo tequila, including Blanco, Reposado, and Extra Añejo varieties, the latter of which is the highest price point. The robbery took place in Laredo, Texas, just after the rigs had crossed the border from Mexico. So they came over from Mexico, and as soon as they crossed, they get hit. It appears this was an organized crime effort. Well, no shit. Where the trucks were illegally double brokered to different carriers who transferred the product to their trucks. For a growing company like Santo, it's a shame for something like this to happen in the middle of our strongest year to date and right before the holidays. That's what Sammy said. Anyone that knows business knows it's a huge setback for any company. Well, I would think, and maybe I'm wrong, that Sammy could afford insurance on that.
Right.
Oh, I'm sure it's insured.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's sad anyways that it's gone. That's good tequila.
Is it?
Yeah, I like it.
You've had it?
I got a buddy of mine. He's a big tequila guy.
Oh,
and
okay.
He's in love with it. He actually had a chance to go down to Sammy's place.
Really?
Yeah, and he said, normally,
Wabo or whatever?
yeah, he said normally, Sammy never. They told them when they walked in, hey, Sammy's rarely here if he just come in, still on the weekends, and they were on a Tuesday night. Had a local band playing, and he goes, sure enough, here comes Sammy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were celebrating one of his buddy's birthdays, and he asked
Yeah.
the band. He goes, hey, can I get up and play?
Yeah.
So he played for like 5 hours on stage.
Man, that dude can shred a guitar.
And then he got done. He
Don't
said
think he can't.
he went to every table, everybody. He signed autographs for everybody.
Bro, he's one of the nicest people I met. When I won a contest, and I've talked about it before, the whatever year Marching to Mars came out. It was right after he left Van Halen, or they ended that, Van Halen. And I won a contest, a radio contest actually, and got to sing backup for Sammy at Riverfront at his show.
Oh, that'd be fun.
It was damn fun. I got to meet him, which was really cool. I came backstage, and first they taught me what we were going to be doing, and showed me whatever kind of little moves we were doing and the music we were singing, so I could get used to that. Then they brought Sammy back, and man, if he didn't have an afro, that dude'd be like 5 foot. I mean, he's like a tick turd. He's just a little bitty dude, he's the smallest. I was so surprised because he's such a bigger than life persona, know.
Oh, yeah.
And even with the afro, he's like chest high to me, but he was one of the nicest cats ever, man. He was so gracious, so cool, so down to earth. Shook my hand. He thanked me for being there. He, talked to me for a little bit. And I was like, 19, 20, maybe. I was super young, man. So it was like at that moment to walk out on Riverfront Amphitheater with, thousands of people out there with Sammy Hagar and doing backup. I was like, this is the best day of my life at that moment. You know what I mean?
So he's on my celebrity bucket list of people I want to meet.
Yeah. Because of the tequila, or just because you like his persona?
I like his persona. I like his music. I'm a Van Hagar fan, actually.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you don't see it as much, but that's dope.
Yeah, no. I mean,
I'm a Van Halen fan, but I get you. And they did have some great songs. I don't love as much of the keyboard in it, but they did have great songs.
Well, I like what Hagar did. He brought more depth in. Van Halen with David Lee Roth was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was fun, rock and roll.
Yeah.
When Hagar came in, it was still rock and roll, but Hagar brought, he brought in depth. He brought in depth.
You
to the
felt like he
lyrics.
brought a cerebral context to it
Yeah, he
versus
took Van Halen
the
to a whole nother
emotional,
level.
angsty teen sex rock of Van Halen.
Right.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, no, it was a completely different flavor altogether. I always thought that it was a bad call when after that he brought in Gary Sharon from Extreme, and that didn't work out. But I always thought that Eddie Van Halen would have been smarter to go the Carlos Santana route and just start making albums with different vocalists. Use the band, you keep the bass and drums, Alex and they were using Wolfgang by that point. They got rid of Michael Anthony, but I thought that that would have been a great way to do it, and just bring in an Eddie Vedder to sing with Van Halen, bring in these guys, and
can you imagine Eddie Vedder and Eddie Van Halen?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you bring in,
how amazing would that be?
And that's what I'm saying. If you'd have brought in all these different stars who would have died to front Van Halen for a song, just like with Santana, he brought in Rob Thomas. He was always bringing in somebody else doing vocals.
That's probably one of my favorite. The Supernatural album is probably one of my favorite by Santana.
That's a great album, man.
Yeah, I mean, love it. I mean, because every song is unique, every song is different, and you're not getting the same style. You're not getting. I mean, it's amazing. I love music though. I have no musical talent at all. I can't sing. I can't play an instrument, but I just love music.
Yeah, I love music too, and that it was a great album. That song, what is it with Rob Thomas? What's the name of that? Everybody knows the one I'm talking about. You know the song, but it is one of the Smooth. That's it. Yeah,
Smooth.
One of the best-selling songs of all time. I mean, way up there.
Yeah,
way up there. Like everybody got down to that song.
And then Santana just has that smooth, just the way
Silky.
he plays. Oh, he's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Silky for sure. Doug said, Rich is the guy at the bonfire when somebody's like, should I throw gas can on this fire? And he's like, yeah, let's see what happens.
I was just reading that a minute ago when y'all were talking. I am that guy.
Yeah.
Hey, let's see how big it blows up.
Andy said that's what Slash did. Did he? Is that what he did? He just started playing with everybody?
Yeah, he did. So he created I saw Slash in Memphis in May, actually in 2015, 16.
Yeah.
Amazing show.
I bet.
Oh, it was an amazing show. That was also the 5-finger death punch meltdown they had.
Oh,
So I had to see that live on stage. That was hilarious.
Oh, wow. I bet that was.
Oh, yeah. He threw the microphone down and started swearing and cussing.
yeah.
We're never playing again. F you. Stormed off the stage.
Booze.
Yeah, a
Hell
lot
of a
booze.
drug.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. But we're going back to the
but
other
Slash,
band.
though, was amazing. He came out and just nailed it. I can't tell you who the lead singer was. It was just Slash. I mean, we were there for Slash.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think he was he part of several. I mean, Guns N' Roses, obviously. Was he part of Velvet Revolver, or no? There was
can't
another
remember.
band right after that he was.
I think he was part of. I think you're right. I don't know. Someone's got.
Yeah, here
Look at that.
look, Rich. Tell me all the bands Slash has been in.
All the bands Slash has been in.
Well,
Because Velvet
bands that
Revolver
we
has
might
some
know.
good hits too, though. They're one of
Well,
those
yeah, I
longer
mean, I
bands
know
with
that
a couple
Scott
good hits.
Whalen was wasn't he the vocalist over at Velvet Revolver? Or am I
Guns
wrong?
N' Roses, Velvet Revolver,
Yeah.
Yep.
Slash featuring Miles Kennedy.
Yeah. Miles Kennedy looks old as hell, and he may be, but he's a great vocalist, man.
Slash's Snake Pit, Hollywood Rose, London, Slash's Blues Ball, Kings of Chaos, Ringo
Okay,
Starr.
that's good. You can stop there. Ringo Starr doesn't count in anything.
No.
I don't care for Ringo. No, that's great, man. That you saw that. I mean, is that one of the best shows you've ever seen?
It was one of them. Yeah, I got to be. Yeah.
What else? What's another great show that you saw?
I get Five Finger Death Punch always puts on a good show. I really did enjoy Volbeat.
You did enjoy?
I liked Volbeat when they came through here in 2014.
Mhm.
I saw
Yeah.
Volbeat and
Five Finger.
Five Finger. They put on a great show.
Jay Sorsby, who was here the other day, said that he felt like Volbeat upstaged Five Finger on that one, and I'm not sure he's
He nailed
wrong.
it. Yeah, no, I
They
agree with
crushed
you.
it, man.
It
That performance was unbelievable. And the guy has a real unique voice and style about him. Now I don't just play their tracks, in the car or anything, but I had a lot of respect for him. And man, he's got a powerful voice.
He does. So
For sure.
Volbeat was a great show. Obviously, Five Finger Death. I've seen them numerous times.
Yeah.
Breaking Benjamin. At first, they were horrible live. I don't care.
Breaking Benjamin.
Breaking Benjamin at live was horrible.
Oh,
And then something changed.
and they got really
They
good.
got really good. Because I remember they would open for everybody. You remember?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah. Oh, yeah,
so-and-so's
yeah.
coming through. Breaking Benjamin's opening.
Yeah.
I've seen them. It's not worth
Yeah,
it.
but I don't know if it's when they got teamed up with Shinedown, but once they started teaming up with Shinedown, all those shows were really good, I think.
The Hue at the Hall a couple years ago was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, the Hue. I remember them.
The Hue. Oh,
Yeah, not the
that
Who,
was-
the Hue.
yeah, the Mongolian rock.
Yeah,
If you-
I remember that show coming.
That was awesome.
Oh, Mongolian rock is awesome.
Yeah,
Is
they did such a great job.
What-
And they do the same thing though. They got a lot of songs that they have. Our singers, American singers, will play the lead.
Yeah,
We'll sing the lead. I should not play the lead, but sing the lead. Great music. I saw them. Pop Evil was good at the
Yeah.
Hall. The Hall was a good venue. I enjoyed.
Hall's
going
a
to the
great
Hall.
venue.
Yeah.
What about you, man? I mean, what's a band that you've seen that you were like, man, this is awesome?
Dude, I mean, I haven't seen. I mean, a few years ago, Metallica came here.
No, that's
to
a hell of
town.
that's a hell of a band to
And,
see.
well, that's just one of those. There's not a lot of. I like metal, but there's not a lot of metal acts, especially in this day and age, that are still pulling that.
Oh,
so who knows
right.
if in 20 years you're going to be able to see many metal concerts in an arena? So
Well,
that's
right, I get
that's
you on
always
that.
Something like that. I don't get.
Well, it ebbs and flows. We were
Yeah.
talking about that, man, in I don't know, 2006, 2007, whenever Avenged Sevenfold and Slipknot were at their highest peak.
I did see Avenged Sevenfold. And they were good.
They're great. Whenever they were at their highest peak, that was the mainstream music on the radio station, literally. And the problem with that is when it's so hard and it's mainstream, a lot of people, it's mainstream to the rock world, but it wasn't mainstream to everybody else. And that's when rock music lost its footing in the charts.
Yeah.
Because forever rock had a standing always in the charts. It didn't matter. Somebody was there, whether it was Van Hagar, Van Halen, any number, Def Leppard. I mean, you can go through the list of rock and roll bands that have been in the top 10, top 20 for years. But as it progressed harder and harder and harder, and you stopped having the regular kind of rock band, so to speak, it began to die on the charts. And that beset a huge problem in the rock world. And I saw it coming 2 years out. When that was going on, I was like, man, there's no way that this is the number one cut we're playing. It's so hard that a lot of people are, it's too hard for them. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Some people that it's too much, and sure enough, the backlash came, and you got the Greta Van Fleet, you got the Dirty Honeys, you got these bands that were throwbacks to that old rock style,
Yeah.
Yeah, but Metallica, that's a great show to see, man. I mean, how good was that one?
I mean, it was great. I was amazed. Like, people make fun of them for like being older.
Oh,
and
my
all this
God,
stuff. They
whatever.
played for 3 hours straight. High
Look,
energy.
man, let me be old and that rocking. I don't give a damn, man. Those guys are phenomenal.
No.
I mean, even if you don't like them, you respect them, you know them.
Yeah, see,
I
I'm an
mean,
old school Metallica fan.
yeah,
I
no, you like Ride the Lightning
Master
and
Puppets, the
Master,
original good. Yeah,
Master,
Well,
Master. Yeah, no, I get it.
yeah.
and there's
I
sort
can't
of that,
sing. I'm not going to kill everybody with me.
and
Try.
there's sort of that gateway into harder music. Is you like? I always
Oh,
refer
yeah.
to them as a gateway band.
They really,
Yeah.
you know what is funny? They are, because I remember thinking that Metallica was like the top of the metal chain until you start talking to metalheads and they're like, that's pop metal, man.
Yeah.
That's nothing, man. That's pop stuff. That's junk, man. You got to listen to Baby Fetus Humper. That's what metal's about. And you're like, what? They do have crazy names for the metal bands, you know, always some whack name. And, but it is, yeah. One show that I saw that was a great show, and this is just a weird one to bring up, but Yes, the band Yes. I don't know if you know who they are, but
Yeah.
Owner of a Lonely Heart. They had a lot of songs. They came to Riverfront. Man, that was a hell of a show, man. They played, I don't know how long they played, but, you know, they were kind of one of those bands that would just riff on their own music and just go, you know, they'd take a 3-minute song and turn it into 18 like Pink Floyd could, you know.
Well, yeah, see, that's my all-time favorite Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd is?
Yeah, I would have loved to see Pink Floyd live.
Saw them live in Kansas City.
Oh,
They did the Dark Side of the Moon front to back. They had the Diva there
that'd
with
be
them.
great.
Yeah. It was actually the Division Bell tour.
Yeah.
But they did Dark Side. They had the set. They had everything front to back. And then they did, after they finished that, they did some new cuts from the Division Bell, which actually is a pretty good album.
Yeah, well, it's not one bad. In my opinion, it's not one bad album. By Pink
What's your
Floyd.
favorite Floyd album?
Probably be Division Bells right there. Oh my gosh, I think it's Of Us and Them.
So that'd be Dark Side. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dark
no,
Side of
yeah,
the Moon is a lot of people love that, or The
Dark Side of
Wall.
the Moon. What is that one? Wish You Were Here.
Wish You Were Here. That's
Yep.
probably
What
my
was that
favorite one is
Yeah,
Wish You Were
love
Here.
that one. So I have, like, when I was in Korea, stationed in Korea, Wish You Were Here was like my go-to, calm down, kind of meditate.
Man,
kind of,
it's just that's a great album, man. Especially if you if you smoke or you do whatever you do and you drop that on, man, it's a ride for sure.
I put that on just to relax, just kind of,
Yeah,
And I don't smoke, so I mean,
It's excellent. Well, that's good.
Yeah, I
That's
drink.
good. No, you got to look for Bigfoot. You can't
I
be
can't.
smoking, man. You can't be doing all that business.
it is the drunken cryptids.
What would happen if Bigfoot showed up and you were high? I mean, that'd be a problem, wouldn't it?
You'd probably join in.
Tina McConnell on Facebook says Kiss always puts on a great show.
Hell
She's seen
yeah.
them 3 times.
Well, man, they're the ultimate glam band. I mean, look, they did things nobody else in the world ever did. They changed the game, really. Look, when I was a kid, I had an 8-track player with Kiss Alive 1 and 2 and Kiss Destroyer.
They set the standard for shows.
Yeah, I mean, they changed the game
Yes.
in the showmanship part of it. Now, do I think they're the most talented musicians or vocalists on the planet? No. But did I have a hell of a lot of fun listening to them? Yeah. But when you've got a lyric that says, let me put my log in your fireplace, I don't think you're the greatest writer, but it is fun to hear, or you got a song, Burn, Bitch, Burn, or Heaven's on Fire, Lick It Up. That was always a great one. Lick it up. What are you licking up? I'm just curious. What is it? I mean, I don't know what it may be. But anyway, let's see what else we got over here. Said the Edge Fest in North Little Rock side of the river with Godsmack was a hell of a show. Yeah, no, all of them were hell of a shows, to be honest with you.
So I was at that show, and I'm a big Godsmack fan. I'm a huge Godsmack fan. When they hit the scene, to me, it was going backwards, musically for me. Like good hard rock. The first couple albums were right on point. So when they were coming to Edge Fest, stoked, super excited. They were headlining. We were there, and my ex got sick. It was hot. She got overheated.
Oh, no.
So as we're leaving, and she's like, I'm so sorry. She's in tears. I know it's your favorite band. I can hear them playing as I'm walking her to the car to get her home. And I'm like, no. So they came back again, and Shinedown opened for them. Had to leave.
Oh, no.
Another family
Again?
emergency. So I've given up on trying to see Godsmack live.
Well, my story won't make you feel better.
Okay.
But that first one you're talking about, that was, if I'm not mistaken, at the fairground?
Yeah.
Yeah.
North Little Rock side. Yeah.
Yeah. And I got backstage at that one, as often I would.
Thanks.
And because I would just walk around over by, the RVs and things where people were just to see, because I would often run into people, Jonathan from Korn. Yeah, that was one I ran into. he was real weirded out back because I just walked up and he didn't know who I was. I was like, oh, I'm with the radio station. Just want to thank you for coming out. You know, it was not my role to do, but that's what I would say, and always sounded good, you know. But I stumbled across Godsmack, and they're at the end of their trailer, or whatever, their bus, and they were grilling chicken. And bro, I sat there with them for 20 minutes. They offered me chicken. I ate chicken with Godsmack,
How
bro.
cool is that?
It was, yeah, Sully was cooking that shit on the grill, handed me a piece of chicken. I was like, this is the best day of my life. Yeah, I'm eating chicken with Godsmack. That's all right. Hey, you know where they got their name?
Yes, I do.
You do?
I do.
Where did they get their name?
You want me to tell you? You want
Go
to
ahead.
tell?
No.
Okay. So, I can't remember who it was. They got a cold sore, a major cold sore on their lip or something, and they were making fun of him. So the next day, this is what I was told.
Mm-hmm.
So the next day, somebody got a cold sore in the same spot, and they said, "Oh, that's a Godsmack."
Not the case. But
The
that's
case.
all right. No.
Okay.
They actually got it from the lyric of an Alice in Chains song.
Really?
Yeah, they were inspired by Alice in Chains, and if you listen to their first couple of albums, you really hear it strongly.
Yeah.
That
Okay,
they
that
were
makes sense.
highly
Yeah.
influenced. Yeah.
I can hear it.
Yeah. And I was a huge Alice in Chains fan. I like them a lot. I like all those guys though, you know. But yeah, that's that is based on
Both stories came up.
yeah, did they both
I
come
mean,
up?
as soon as you just Googled, you know, how did Godsmack get their name? Yours first Alice in Chains song, Godsmack.
Well, that's
and
that's
making
someone
funny.
with a cold sore. Yeah.
Sully Erna, the lead
That's what I'm
singer.
talking about.
yeah. He said that. Okay.
This
Well,
was
there you go.
checked to
Well, there
be
you go.
partially true.
Partially true. I love that. Like Fruit Loops, right? No, it's just like Fruit Loops. It's you know somewhat true, right? Yeah. Now, what a great show. They they're just good people. I really enjoyed meeting them a lot. They're really nice.
Yeah, I'd love to. I'm still a big fan of their music. I'm still a
Well,
big
yeah.
fan solely of what they do. I like the fact that they're not mainstream anymore. And so anybody who knows me personally, obviously outside my show and outside of your show, you know, got anything you got smack to send to me.
Yeah.
So that's like my all-time.
Well, I'll keep that in mind if we
Sounds like
get
Pink
an
Floyd.
opportunity to run into them and talk to them on the show or have them in here, and I'll make sure we get you in for that.
I'll probably be fangirling and crying.
Well, that'd be okay. Hey, we've all been there.
Oh yeah.
You know, you don't tell me you hadn't been to a concert at some point in your life and you were so excited when they came out, you started tearing up a little bit. Don't tell me you hadn't, because I know you have.
That's true.
I mean, everybody has at some point or another.
It's because, it's music, and I think music is probably like one of our universal languages, no matter what. And if
Yeah,
it's
that
used in
and
the right
sex.
context, yeah, exactly. But that in the right context with music, you can achieve so much and accomplish so much. And I'm not a musician at all, and I have no, again, like I said earlier, no talent. But through music, we're able to it expresses our emotions.
Yeah.
It expresses our feelings. And the people who do this for a living, I mean, just how lucky, you know what I mean? And how
Oh,
blessed
no,
are
I
they
mean-
to be able to do this stuff.
Well, I mean, it's astronomical odds to do it, and to be able to do it is probably one of the greatest feelings in the world. I can't imagine how good it must be to, be Sully from Godsmack, and I don't mean that he doesn't have problems like anybody else. I just mean it's the best day of his life every day. I mean, he's a rock star, literally. I mean,
Exactly.
is there any more desired thing on the planet to be than rock star?
And he was the
Almost
drummer.
not.
He was the drummer of the band.
Was he?
Yeah,
Didn't
and then the
know
lead
that.
singer quit, and he was living in a van
With
they were-
Chris Farley by the river?
by the river.
Yeah.
But he was living in a van, and they asked him to step in to lead sing, and they were up there in Boston trying to get the show started. And yeah, so he led the way.
Latasha said, I cried when I met Jelly Roll and his wife. I don't blame you. I can imagine, sometimes the excitement is just overwhelming in that case. Hey, can I swap you, Matt, with Ronnie? Ronnie,
sure
come over
can.
here real quick.
We got a great show, guys.
Yeah, we do. I have to swap people out. We got
cried
so
at
many.
a concert.
You never have?
I've never.
Never teared up when somebody came out. Just
I've cried at a concert when somebody bumped me and I dropped my last joint to.
oh yeah, that would do it. Yeah,
But I've never cried because of the
okay.
band.
Ronnie,
Yes, sir.
what have you ever seen an artist and it was so moving that when they first came out you kind of teared up a little bit? I'm not talking about boohooing like a bitch. Don't disrespect. I mean, but just feeling very emotionally overwhelmed by it.
Yes. I think you was there.
Oh, I was there. Who was it?
You.
It was Scott Stearns.
Oh yeah, Scott. That's right. That's right. When he came on the comeback. Yeah.
I opened for him.
Yes, that was very exciting. Yes.
About 1:00, and we got to talking. And he saw my son.
Yeah.
He's
He was a good kid, by the way. Great kid.
Yeah.
Love that kid.
oh Tay, yeah, Tay's awesome.
He's awesome.
So yeah, man, Scott just had an aura about him.
Mm-hmm.
Even through his bullshit, he
Yeah.
had an aura, and it was touching because you knew his story,
Right.
and now you see and know him.
Well, and he's been on a comeback path for a few years now, and I think finally it's hitting its stride where that they're back, they're going on tour, because for a while, well, first of all, he cracked out and started riding a bike and acting crazy, and his family left him, and everything went sideways, and you know, pretty much he was the dude on the street asking for change for a minute.
Yeah, he was.
And then I don't know what got a hold of him, what it was that impacted him in a meaningful way that turned that around. But it did. Now I don't know if he got back with his family or not.
He did.
He
He's
reunited
back.
with them.
He's back with them.
But I know that he has worked diligently to get back. And Creed, at one point, was arguably one of the biggest rock bands on the planet.
Big time.
I mean, they were massive. Did you ever get down to Creed?
Man, I was never much of a Creed guy.
Yeah,
personally.
I always, I liked him, but I always thought that he sounded a lot like Eddie Vedder to me, and I liked the Eddie Vedder version.
Yeah.
But I do think that Scott Stapp is amazing, and I remember that show.
Yeah.
Because it was a big deal.
It was a big deal.
That he was doing these little intimate shows all over the country, and Little Rock was one of the places he picked, and we happened to be the ones doing it, and that was an awesome day. I'm happy for you for that day too, man. That's awesome. That's a damn good story, Ronnie.
Good. Thank you.
That's why I brought you over here. I knew you had something to share that was worthwhile. Let's do this.
Listen up now, I'll tell you a story. Without a doubt, it's kinda gory. It's the worst news you could ever hear. Things just like this make you fear. Buying lunch on a dumb guy's knee, or a big hard fuck drowning some money. Why you laughing? Why you laughing? This shit ain't funny. What? This shit ain't funny. This shit ain't funny. What? So stop laughing.
Yeah, stop laughing. It's not funny. It's bad. All right, stuff is all bad here, and I shouldn't even be telling you about it. But the parents of a woman found dead in a apartment stairwell last month scored a major win in court on Tuesday. A Michigan judge ruled that Caitlin Tracy's parents should take custody of her body. They didn't want her husband to have her remains because of a history of domestic violence. Court records showed that Tracy had obtained a restraining order against her husband and that he was facing domestic violence charges at the time of her tragic and mysterious death. The police said it was a severed foot that was first discovered in the stairwell at the apartment. Police would discover the body of the 36-year-old Tracy at the bottom of the stairs. It was Tracy's husband's apartment building. He had contacted police the day before to say she was missing. He was held for questioning for 2 full days, but was released without charges, which is why he's not being named at this point. Doesn't mean he's out of investigation. She had filed for an order of protection and cited at least 4 incidents where her husband physically abused her. And she later withdrew that petition. Her husband threatened to sue her for defamation and libel, but her death is still under investigation. But yeah, I would see knocking her down the stairs, but how the foot gets severed.
Right.
I mean, that's the thing that's like, how did that part go down?
Definitely
That's
a lot of
the mystery to me is
Do you-
how did you separate the foot and the body, and why just the foot? Were you just trying to hobble her?
Do you think he did that just to throw people off? Like, man, they'll never know.
They'll never
Right, they'll never
Maybe.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Detectives of Quora State Police Command have recovered the severed head of the Okada rider, Raifu Akeo, who was murdered by 3 assailants. That severed head was thrown into a nearby stream after the act. I guess they just
All right.
wanted to
They got
dispose
that.
of it, just get rid
Right.
of it, just say, here, take this. A statement by the spokesperson of the police said investigators discovered the dismembered part of the remains of the late Raifu Akeo, 34 years old, murdered by Peter Samuel, Jeremiah Teozinda, and Sunday Agbinke. All 3 suspects confessed to the crime, with the motive to take his motorcycle. That's why they killed him, for his motorcycle.
Wow.
All right.
Remember the movie Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia?
Yeah, I remember vaguely that movie. Yeah, I sure do. While on their way, the rider was stopped by Peter Samuel. They hit him on the head with a stick. He fell off his motorcycle to the ground. He struggled to escape, but was overpowered by them. They brought out a cutlass and severed the head. That's a sword.
Oh.
A cutlass. And dismembered part and threw it in. They dismembered his head, threw it in the stream, and then took off on his motorcycle. And that was that. For a motorcycle, they killed him.
Right. My goodness.
I mean, that's rough, man, when you're killing them for a motorcycle, bro.
Wasn't even a Harley.
No, that's insane. There's a
No, it probably was a shitty bike like a Vespa.
yeah.
Like a moped, yeah.
Yeah. No, there's a billion videos of that in Brazil.
Yeah.
People like getting stopped and stuff stolen. Like,
Really?
Yeah. That's
I
all the
believe
time. It's a
that. In
huge
Rio
problem.
de Janeiro, it's a big issue, isn't it?
Oh yeah. People just walk up with you. I mean, they have guns there. I don't know where this guy got a cutlass or if he's a time traveler or something.
Right.
That's like a pirate sword. I don't
Yeah,
know.
right. I think you're right. It is what it is.
Hanging out with those Somalians or something.
Well, speaking of things being found, a severed arm and leg were found by a horrified passerby hidden in bushes near a prison.
Oh.
The human remains spotted by a member of the public, and the police spoke on the grim discovery, said it's about lunchtime. They found the human remains. They, taped it off. They're investigating, trying to figure out whose arm and whose leg it is, if it belongs to the same person, a different person. It could just be somebody that paid for gas.
Right.
All right, let's see.
Some discarded Halloween decorations.
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
throw it
yeah.
out the window here.
All right. Hold on, one more here that I had. I want to pull this one up real quick. Yep.
Yep.
Just
Tina
keep saying
McConnell going
yep.
back to music says,
Who is?
no matter, Tina McConnell, she
Oh.
says, going back to where we were talking about music, she says, music is her love language. Music, it's always about finding lyrics and things that'll kind of touch your soul. It's the
Yeah.
best.
Oh, man.
I agree
should
with.
know.
I mean, that's, everybody wants
No,
to get
that's-
lost in a song and get lost in thought or, just whatever. Absolutely.
All right. A 43-year-old father shot and killed in his home by a Las Vegas police officer last week after he called 911 for help. Early in the morning, November 12th, Las Vegas PD got multiple calls about a shooting. He was home with his 15-year-old daughter, told 911 people were shooting at his house. They had broken in. An officer and two others responded, saw damaged cars, windows, heard screaming and banging. They then kicked in the door, and once inside, they found Durham and Alejandra wrestling over a knife in the bedroom.
Mm.
They shouted, drop the knife, and fired one shot, hit Durham, sent him and the other guy to the ground. Durham on the floor was then shot by Bookman 5 more times. According to the body cam, he was pronounced dead at the scene. His death marks the department's 8th fatal shooting. Well, that sounds tough right there, like it was a bad call. I mean, if he's the one that called him, I mean, I don't know. It just seemed a little wrong to shoot the guy that called 911. Am I missing
I
something
know.
here?
So they've had 8 killings this year from that,
Well, not from that, but 8,
or not from that.
yeah, 8 deadly shootings the police have in Vegas.
Mm.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, that sounds high, but also if you're policing in Vegas, I don't know.
Yeah,
I can see it being
probably
worse.
not that high. I
It's
mean,
like, hey, we only shot 8 guys.
if there were,
What do you want?
if they shot 8 in Little Rock, that would be big news.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you do it in Vegas, and it's like, I mean, that's where does every criminal go? Vegas,
Right, yeah.
yeah, it's where everybody goes.
Must be Tuesday.
Yeah, that's right. All right, let's move along.
Good night, Mom. Brush your teeth. Aw, man, I don't wanna. Are you tired of your dumb teeth? Introducing meth. Meth, for when you're fed up with your teeth.
Just listen to some of our satisfied customers. I have no teeth.
My teeth are gone. Where's my teeth?
Now I have more room in my mouth for blowies.
I'll never need to go to the dentist again. Isn't it time to get rid of those pesky teeth? Meth.
Ask your doctor if meth is right for you, and maybe if he knew where you could get some.
Yeah,
Yeah, why not?
yeah.
Why not?
Check it out.
Ask your doctor.
Investigate it. Try it. See what it's about. Rich. So what did you learn today, buddy?
Oh, man, so much.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to process it.
you're gonna have to
and rethink
process
about
it. I got you, Ronnie. What'd you learn today?
Nothing.
He said,
Not a damn thing.
I learned that I want to know where
You learned?
400
Did you learn that rats drive cars today?
I did.
Ron?
Yeah.
I did. Man,
Yeah.
that is so unique. I like to see that.
You'd like to see that?
Yeah,
The rat races?
Yeah, well, with the snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you ask? Because when I posted on Facebook the other day about today, I learned on Patrick and the People about KFC.
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I made that post,
I
yeah.
forgot. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, now you put me on the spot, you know.
Yeah, that's all right.
With
That's
that
all right.
gravy shot.
What'd you learn, man?
Yeah.
There's no scientific evidence for megalodon, but apparently Bigfoot's very real.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Now I have to give him a chance to swap. Come on, swap out. with
What are
him.
you doing?
Let him swap out with you.
All
real
right.
quick.
Swap it.
That was good.
That was a great one. All right. What'd you learn today, Matt?
I learned today that, let's see, besides rats,
That what?
the rats driving.
The rats driving.
yeah,
bring that back
That's
up.
the big takeaway today, isn't it? Rats driving cars.
That's the big
Oh,
thing. We're all just.
That's everything we talked about, all the monumental things, all the compelling, most meaningful things we talked about, and rats
I
driving
think
cars.
it's very important that on International Men's Day, we all discovered that rats drive cars.
Cars, true.
And the fact checkers shaking themselves.
Right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was great.
Hey, I do want to mention this. If you are in need of a roof, Titan Roofing Company is a great company, man. These guys are, they have offices in Little Rock, Conway, Hot Springs. They're all over the place. Josh and Jeremy, they're local guys. They own it. What I love about them is a 10-year transferable warranty. If you're getting a roof and you can transfer that warranty if you sell the home, it's worth a hell of a lot of money. I promise you, one of the first questions everyone asks when they buy a home is, how old is that roof?
Yeah.
It's always one of the number one questions. Don't take a chance on a second-rate roof. Go to TitanRoofingCompany.com, TitanRoofingCompany.com, and tell Josh and Jeremy over there that Patrick and the People sent you, okay?
Before I forget, I wanted to ask you, because I know we talked about it earlier, before we started, but dude, where's Joe Exotic, man? What's going on?
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. It would appear so. Sunday we had an issue because Joe, they couldn't call a toll-free number, so we set up. We worked it out. We set up a new local number just for him to be able to call in and go through the system. And then apparently yesterday, as I waited impatiently, I might add, we came to find out that apparently some people, including perhaps Joe, got caught with phones and they've lost privileges temporarily. So we'll have to wait for his privileges or whatever it is to be restored so we can get back. They're rescheduling with us, but apparently he had a little challenge there. Sometimes things happen in prison, I guess.
What,
right?
what do they call it? 30 days in the hole?
Well, I think he likes that. Is that wrong? I don't know what I mean by that.
No, it was right.
No,
It may have been wrong, but it was right.
That's right. Listen, follow us anywhere and everywhere that you can. Don't forget, we just started a new Insiders Club, a Patreon. You can go over to our Facebook or to the website. Look, $10 a month. And we're right off the bat, we're going to hook you up with your choice of a pair of PATP shot glasses or a PATP coffee mug. That's off the top. Then you're going to get a special chat access to us during the show. You're going to get a Christmas party here. You're going to get a brainstorming session that we do where we'll ask your input on things for the show. And then you're going to get some videos, pre-show, post-show, and just candids from these guys throughout the day or whatever that we'll share with you, and only for you guys. It's a special thing just for you guys. Now, you might be like, what are you going to do with that money, P? Well, I'm going to buy meth. No, I'm kidding. Not at all. What I'm going to do is try to grow this thing. None of us right now, to be honest with you, are making any money. It's all volunteer, okay? We're doing it because we want to do it. We love it. But hopefully, at some point, there'll be actual revenue that can be shared amongst everybody. But we still want to grow it. We want to expand. We want to do more. And you doing that helps us do it. And it's a blessing to us. We're thankful for it. And as always, every single day, me and the people are thankful for you, the people, because you're what makes the show work.
Absolutely.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
thank you to you so much for participating. Thank you for being part of this. Please, please, please tell a friend, share it. Help call people randomly. Just make up numbers and call them and say, have you heard about Patrick and the people yet? Just do that. Text someone, email somebody randomly, send them a link to it. Just help us grow this thing and make it bigger and better than ever. Thank you guys, and I hope you have an awesome day. We'll see you tomorrow.